Looks like we have started. Hello, everyone, and welcome to a terrible stream for terrible people. We weren't here last week because I lost my voice and I also felt pretty shit, but thankfully wasn't sick again for the 50 millionth time in a row. But yeah, how are we doing, folks? Because we're doing pretty well. We got no kids for like 3 more days. They went on holiday yesterday with the granddad. And it's going to be. It's been pretty sweet. Mostly just not having to get up and deal with their shit.
Taste that.
Is it?
It tastes like the Caribbean.
It tastes like the literal.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't like it.
It's got coconut in it.
Yeah, I like coconut. I don't like that. I don't know. It's a bit watery. Anyway, that's a flamingo colado.
Yeah.
Colonic. Anyway, yeah. So, first things first. We this week's video won't be out until hopefully tomorrow. I don't know. YouTube's being YouTube, and I'm having to wait before I publish. But other than that, not much is going on right now. We're just trying to chill out, thinking about maybe going to see Endgame, maybe tomorrow, maybe Tuesday. Not a whole great big deal. It's been weird because
you actually get to go watch grown-up things.
Grown-up things like superhero films.
Yeah.
3 fucking hour long ones. So we're having to plan out our not being pitiful, if that's the fucking word for it. Oh fuck! I had words to do with things. Yeah, my parents just fucked. Clean yourselves down. What the fuck? Okay. I have nothing to say to that. That's amazing. You have to let us know what you think about it. What, someone's parents fucking or Endgame?
Endgame.
Endgame was good. I almost cried ×3 and 1 times actual. Well.
Oh, you're gonna get soppy in it.
Probably not. Unless a dog dies in it. No spoilers, please. Then it's just going to be all kinds of sad face. We actually just watched Captain Marvel last night, and the film was all right. Everything except Captain Marvel, who was fucking annoying. Just I don't know what they were trying to achieve with her as a character, but if they were trying to make someone that people didn't like, then fucking success. I really didn't understand like what they were going for. I think they were trying to be as inoffensive as possible, at least with the character directly, and it just made them uninteresting. They didn't have to struggle to achieve anything. They just sort of like, I want to be strong now, and then they were, and I was like, oh wow, well that was fucking worth it, you know.
I can barely remember anything.
I know. We were talking about it just after we watched it, and you were like, well, something definitely happened.
Just the only bits I remember of it is with Nick in it.
Yeah, I mean, he was the highlight of the film.
Everything else I can't remember. Oh, thanks, Adam.
A 6 stream. I don't.
You have to pay if you're late.
Yeah, that's a rule. Yeah, so it was all filler. Hopefully not. That's
what I said. It just felt like a pointless episode.
It was just like a little prequel, and it was sort of nice. It felt like one of those Dragon Ball Z episodes where they.
The fact that the only thing that mattered was the thing, the post thing after the credits.
Mm.
Like they all have them in the Marvel film. Like that's the only thing that was relevant in the entire film.
Yeah, and even that wasn't like, it was like, oh, what's going? Oh, look, she turned up. Okay, that was unexpected considering the end of Infinity War. Spoilers. Go watch. I'll tell you what we have been doing. The last couple of weeks, Mrs. Sick wanted to spend more time with me, and she decided that the best way to do that was to do something I liked: madness. And so we've been sort of binging Well, once a night, pretty much. We watched all of the worthwhile ones to watch, and the couple that I hadn't, which was like I want to call him Black Lightning, Black Panther.
Black Lightning.
That's an actual character.
I know it is.
Although we want to recut Black Panther, like have him color corrected to pink.
And then every time he's on screen, he just
and replace all of his lines with cat noises. Like if he gets blown off of something, like Black Panther is a way better film than what's it? Like I was invested in Black Panther. That was pretty decent. Yeah. It wasn't the best film I've ever seen, like some might have you think, but it was good. I liked that film.
I liked Ant-Man more.
Yeah, Ant-Man.
And that got a load of shit for it as well, saying it was a bit of a shit Marvel film.
I don't think Ant-Man got a lot of shit. I think people just don't really talk about it. But it was very entertaining. I actually really liked that one. But it sort of does its own thing. I'm quite looking forward. We haven't watched.
They got the whiskey.
Oh yeah. Oh, they got the bigger whiskey, silver whiskies. Woot woot. But yeah, we're waiting on watching Endgame. We're probably going to do it either tomorrow or Tuesday, as previously stated. I had something to fucking say, and I cannot even remember what it is. Probably not that important. Got a new fridge freezer. I don't know if that's how new that is.
Oh God, you're obsessed with it.
I love my fridge freezer. It's amazing. It's got a fridge on top because we used to have a floor fridge, so I had to lean down and fucking act like some sort of savage. Did I miss your super chat last stream? We'll do it again, and I'll get it this time. I mean, last stream was 2 weeks ago, so I can't even remember what I did this morning. You just crawl up your ass and expand until you explode. Ant-Man is scary. I mean, that's like one of the theories going around that how Thanos would die is to have him shoot up his ass. I feel like that's probably not going to be the way Disney goes with its major franchise. But I've heard it's going to be well worth watching, and more than anything, like it's not an end; it's more of an introduction and a transition. So I'm looking forward to it. Don't know what the fuck else. What have we even done?
I don't know.
It's like the kids have only been at school for like 5 minutes and then they're back on holiday again. So I don't even understand how that shit happens. We tell you if it is or isn't, but it's going to be spillers. Well, I mean, is it worth watching? I hope so, because it's been building. But yeah, good people don't do spillers. What whiskey am I drinking? I am drinking Jim Beam because I'm being lazy. It's cheap and it's yummy. Spider-Man dies. He dies at the end of Infinity War, technically. So, you know. But I thought so. It's 9 out of 10. Yeah. It isn't, but there was a meme with Gillette black guys hold Ant-Man back when Thanos' ass passes by. That's kind of amazing. All honesty and spoiler-free, of course, the movie is good, but as predictable as any superhero movie ever. It's interesting that something can be good and still predictable. Like, I can't remember what it was. There's certain things that you can just enjoy. I guess a movie you've seen before, if it's really, really good, it doesn't matter. If it's really, really good, you know how it's going to end and you still enjoy it, then that's a good film, regardless. Watch the girl team drop the ball. Okay. Avatar. Which Avatar? I liked the series of The Last Airbender. The movie, the fucking what's his name movie? James Cameron was
James Cameron.
Very predict.
M. Night Shyamalan.
No. I'm talking about the movie Avatar, the 3D
oh, right,
extravaganza.
The blue one. Right, the blue one. Okay.
Yeah, the Blue Man Group one. Tree's bad. No, the other way around.
Men
Military
bad, trees good.
Military bad, trees good. 3.5 hours to tell us that. I don't super rate Avatar. It was very visually spectacular, and it has been largely superseded by a lot of films. Although I haven't seen it in 3D, and apparently 3D is really worth watching, so I might do that now with a headset on or some shit. I know that you can watch 3D movies with that, so I might have to check that out. I've seen the version which they take out the feminist before seeing the full version, and the shorter version was better. The feminist messaging. Oh, I didn't even think it was that good feminist messaging. Like it didn't bother me. It was just fucking lazy.
All it did, the whole thing, Captain Marvel.
It was very generic.
It was
like to a person.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like we talked about this last night. It was a case of like having feminist type messaging in things is just standard now.
Oh, in Endgame. Okay.
Oh, in Endgame. No,
no idea.
No, we haven't watched it yet. In Captain Marvel, though, there was just like little hints to it all the time. But then after you watch the entire movie, you realize how much of an insult it was, because all it did was like, oh, she's an independent, powerful woman. Look, she punches a man, and then you're like, you're like, well, that just shows like
she has superpowers. I think Black Widow is more of a.
Well, yeah, but that was your thing with Captain Marvel. He was saying like she hasn't earned it.
Yeah, that's what really fucked me off. Was it gets towards the end and she gets her power up, and it was supposed to be. They obviously thought, yeah, this is that awesome moment where people are like, yeah, woo, this is the fucking best moment ever in the cinema, and it was very uninteresting. It was just like, oh, she got a power up. I don't fucking care.
It was just, she was such a bland character. Like there was nothing in it that was sort of like, there was no remorse, there was no real joy at anything. It was just very generic.
There was no stakes.
Yeah.
That's the biggest problem with that film. At least there was no stakes for her, and she's the title character. And I just didn't. I gave a shit about the screen. I gave a shit about almost every other character, basically. I gave a shit about the cat. The cat was fucking. In fact, the cat's reveal of superpowered state was a better fucking reveal than the main characters by far. And it was a joke. It was literally supposed to be a funny moment. Haha, this cat has superpowers. And it was actually cooler and more impressive than the title character. It fucking blew my mind. But it was still that's the thing. I still enjoyed the film. It's just there's so much wrong with it as well. It's just a shame. PBJ has more screen time than Captain Marvel does. Yeah, I don't care. I'm still looking forward to the main event. We watched it because we thought we might need to watch it. Well, I thought we might need to watch it, and it turns out that it's literally one of the most skippable films of the bunch, which is a shame. I don't know what they were trying to achieve with it, apart from the reveal of how Fury loses his eye is one of the best things in the whole thing. Next week after you watch the movie, just hold that thought about Captain Marvel. All I'm going to say. All right. I mean, I don't know. Hopefully she explodes.
Boom.
He doesn't have superpowers. He's a flare kid. I mean, for all intents and purposes. That would be a spoiler to get comeuppance in the face.
Comeuppance.
Yeah. Anyway, let's move on from something else before everyone just tells us the plot point by point, and I have to end the stream. Something to marvel about, fuck's sake. I still can't remember what the thing I wanted to talk about was, and that super fucking annoys me. something Murderkins. You've been doing a lot of drawing recently.
Not really.
Yeah, you have. You've been drawing like every other day at least.
I drew 3 things.
Yeah, and sometimes you go days without drawing anything. So
Because I don't have any inspiration.
you've been that's my point. You've been inspired the last few days. Moving on then. What about the flat Earth? I mean, my latest video is another flat Earth one that just had to happen because I found something that just amused me, and I found an excuse to do something else with it. But no spoilers for you. Hopefully that shit gets brought through. Remember that math teacher who read the GOT books and would put a spoiler every time a student spoke out of time? It was brilliant. Speaking of, that is something that we also watched. We went through the entirety of the last season of Game of Thrones, and God, that was just... It was all right until number 3, even though a lot of people fucking hated all of it. I enjoyed it enough with the final battle, and that was great and all. And then it goes on for 3 more episodes of... I know things technically happen, but I just don't care. A lot of it happens way too fucking fast, and it loses 99% of its stakes anyway, because at that point, you know, you've literally stopped the end of the world. Who gives a fuck? The Game of Thrones world flat. Otherwise, I will be surprised when she finds Essos west of Westeros. I mean, I don't know. I don't know exactly how Thingy has set out his world.
According to Kerp, who's read the books as well, he said it's already explained in the books what is west of Westeros. So the fact that she's going off an adventure to go and find out what's over there is just ridiculous.
No, it's season 9. Or Arya's spin-off.
No, it's going to be a spin-off, but she people already know what's there, and she's like, "Oh, what is over there? What's Westeros? Westeros?" And they're like, "Yeah, we already know."
I'm thirsty for some oil. Is it coconut oil?
If you go to join the whiskey club, you get an emoji with coconut oil.
Yeah. And mayonnaise. It's the main feeling I have most of the time. Oh, God damn it. Now I want chips and mayo. I'll tell you what I did do. I hacked my PS Vita, which was cool and ultimately disappointing because no one fucking develops homebrew for the PS Vita because no one fucking bought it. Three-Eyed Raven knows everything people know, right? So he just lets his sister go on an insane adventure for the lulz. No, he knows all of history. So theoretically... Also, you've got to bear in mind, like much like the MCU, technically, Game of Thrones series is a different thing. And if they decide no one knows what's beyond the thing, then that's canon to that particular thing. Although, it's so funny watching stuff about the one of the writers who essentially says, you know, I thought everything I wrote was crap until I started using someone else's really good work. And then suddenly my work was great. And then it became shit again when I ran out of his work. Weird that. It's almost like I'm a fucking hack. Except he doesn't say that because he's too fucking stupid. I mean, a real shame. Chips or fries over here. Wait, which way round? I mean, I'll have chips and fries, all the lot. Oh, yeah, Americans, of course. I said I want chips and mayonnaise, and they're probably like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy?
Chips are...
Unsubscribed. That's how Americans...
Chips are chips off of potatoes.
Chips are chipped potatoes.
Hence chips.
Yeah, you chip it. Not
and it's
sliced and then fried.
And there's crisps because it's a crispy noise when you eat it. It's pretty simple.
Yeah. One goes crisp, the other goes chip when you eat it. Garlic mayo is boss. Depends on the base mayo.
Depends. Some of it tastes like wallpaper paste.
Like Hellman's, I don't think they do a garlic mayo. Imagine a Hellman's branded garlic mayo. I bet that would be fucking amazing.
You really want chips, don't you?
Oh man, I would love some fucking chips. That shit is awesome. we keep thinking, well, there's no kids here, so why don't we just be horrible human beings and eat the worst food we can? I was like, oh, I had pizzas the other day. I didn't feel guilty, but I did feel full. It was amazing. Did I hear oil? I make my own mayo. Yum. Now, either that's a genuine thing where they're literally saying, I make my own mayonnaise, and I do the eggs and the olive oil and all that, or it's just a cum joke. Not sure which. Can never tell with my audience. Unsubscribe, mute the new level of audience disappointment. Order chips, you savages. There's a place nearby that I cannot remember the fucking name of that does the best goddamn chips, and I don't think the shop exists anymore, I'll be honest. I was looking for it on maps and I couldn't see it anymore. So I have a funny feeling that they went out of business or something, which is a shame because their chips were fucking astounding. With your fans, always assume the worst. I have to start acting like pretty much like you. Whenever I say something, there's two ways that it could be taken, and it's got to be the worst way. Otherwise, what's the point in existing? Was there any reason you do that, or is it just?
No, it's a woman thing.
You think it's just a woman? I don't know. Do all women do that? I don't know. Do
the ones that
you
I know.
All, you know all women, right?
Yeah, we're all
I know
we're all
men.
related. Yeah.
Oh God, microwave chips. Jesus.
No.
McCain's microchips. Like, the biggest problem with McCain's microchips is you get about 5. Like, they're not great chips, but if there was just maybe 2 or 3 more, it could be a little bit tolerable, but you get fucking none. Also, I noticed that Chicago Town deep dish pizzas, the mini one, they don't have the little disc with them anymore, and it makes them cook really shitly.
Yeah, it would do.
All women are related. That is true.
Confirmed.
The United Comrades of Soviet America. I quite like that. Oh. But yeah. Tonight, we drink, we fight, we love. Apparently, we're going to war.
We do anal. That should be in there.
I don't want to do anal. My bum hurts from lot. No, wait. This conversation is soggy chips. Depends if you microwave them. McCain's or however it's spelled. £2.30 up here for their soggy microwave chips. Oh my God, that's so much money.
Wow. Okay.
I mean, I used to hate oven chips, and then I learned how to cook them properly, and now they're pretty all right. Gravy. Oh my God, gravy and chips, especially if you make it way too thick. It's fucking astounding. Awesome shit. Except for whatever the fuck that American version of gravy is, which just isn't gravy.
If you can get a good chippy, they are really chippy chips are always nice.
Sometimes.
You have to get a good chippy though.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it doesn't work.
Frozen chips is better than cheaper, but homemade is best. I mean, it depends. Like, one of the things that I used to hate, actually, one of my absolute pet hates is undercooked chips. And one of the things that always, 95% of the time, leads to undercooked chips is when you go into a restaurant or pub or something, and they do homemade chips. And they are proper homemade chips. They chip them themselves, etc. And they fucking make these enormous bastards. And then they cook them for fucking 3 minutes. And yeah, the outside is deep fried and crunchy. Great. And the inside is also crunchy. It should be fluffy inside a chip, not fucking...
You mean dehydrated chips?
Not dehydrated. I mean not cooked. Like eating raw potato.
Ah. Ugh.
It's almost raw potato, and it's just as gross.
The worst ones you get where it's half cooked and you get fluffy bits and hard bits.
Yeah, that's basically what I mean.
Yeah, they're fucking dirty.
There's sort of a bit of fluff. How do I post porn here? Thankfully, you can't post pictures. And
you could draw emojis. Oh, you have emojis, you remember. Use your emojis.
And I think only people with wrenches can post links. I use an air fryer to cook my chips. It has a rotisserie cage for the chips, so I use that spray oil like fry light. That sounds pretty fucking awesome, actually. I really do want some chips.
Rocky's talking about it.
Chips are amazing. Do you know what? Get ready to unsubscribe. But when I was a kid, I hated chips. I hated everything but McDonald's fries.
What the hell's wrong with you?
I don't know. I genuinely don't know. I think I had a lot of crap chips because that's what.
Is it your mum can't cook them right?
We didn't really have chips at home. But every time I had chips, they were always probably what I was describing as just drunk enough to get a wrench yet. Depends if money happens. No, it's like we've had this discussion a few times before. It's like a lot of the time when either of us don't like something, it's because we've had a really crap version of it. Like I've given you a better version of.
Actually, that is true.
Yeah.
Because I never used to like broccoli, and it's because the one that my mum made was always soggy and slimy.
Oh, she would boil it to death.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I never liked broccoli.
The only food that can't be done nicely is Brussels sprouts because they are disgusting.
Brussels sprouts are
the only thing they're good for.
Gas balls.
The only thing that's good for is making walking sticks out of the cane from it because that shit is fucking legit. Beat someone to death with
a cabbage.
No, the stick, because they grow on a stick.
I know, it's still technically cabbage though. Therefore,
it's a cabbage stick. Kill it with fire. Doesn't like chips. A sick worst child ever. Hey, I like them now. I paid £4. Can I please have spat? No, it's like 20 bucks. And I have to be drunker than this. So I'm going to go get another drink and we'll see Adam. I think Adam's still is owed like dick pics from Memory Man.
Yeah, he's still owed dick pics. Good luck with that.
Good.
If you overboil broccoli, you could turn it into a sauce. Same with cauliflower. Like cauliflower cheese is really nice. Don't remember ever having. I know I wouldn't have because I never liked broccoli as a kid. Sick got me into broccoli. I was all right with most vegetables. It was anything green. If it was green, I just nope. Well, I'm quite a picky eater though. Sir Child Sick lives on the flat earth. Boiled and then fried in butter with salt for sprout.
Yeah, I've heard fried in butter makes them quite nice, but I've never had it because I just want to be happy instead of just choking down a bunch of butter and fucking Brussels sprouts. I imagine there's probably in fact, I imagine that the best way to cook it is any way that you can't actually taste the sprout anymore. So lots of butter and salt and maybe some pepper and I don't know what's the spiciest spice there is.
Crab sticks. I never liked them. I'm not good with seafood anyway, but my sister used to eat crab sticks all the time, and I thought they were disgusting. And then they actually had proper crab.
Money happened.
Money. You have to give him a wrench now.
Only if he asks for it.
He already has done before.
Has he?
Yeah, and you said it cost 20, so he gave you 20.
Oh, right, damn. Okay, fair enough. Also, the rules of the wrench: use it in any way, shape, or form. Lose it. There we go. So yeah, it's the opposite of use it or lose it.
Rusty, there's something wrong with you.
Use it and lose it. Sorry, what? Mrs. Sick, you sound sexy.
What is it with my voice? You don't think I sound sexy? I can't be sexy with this accent.
You don't sound bad. But
bend over.
Bend over.
Exactly, don't work.
20 quid for a spanner. Interesting. Yeah. Yeah, it's gone up to 20 quid now because you said £20 instead of $20. I have to see a 20, and it has to be in a currency that I understand.
I still love sweet corn, but sweet corn is the best one because it doesn't taste like ass.
Sweet corn just isn't a vegetable, in my opinion. It's just it's exempt.
It's sugar taste disguised as a vegetable.
I mean, is it a veg or is it like a bean or a fruit?
Well, it grows above ground. Is it a legume? A legume? Is that what it's called?
Is it a legume? Like a peanut?
Like beans as well.
I don't know. Pegging with a wrench. Jesus Christ. Get the twist. Get that attached to the clitoris. No, that's quick tie on a woman's.
The fuck?
I don't know. I hear pegging with a wrench. I start going through the fucking logistics of it. Yeah.
There you go. It's a grain, apparently. That's
a
lie. Bread is a grain.
Can you make bread out of corn?
Yes, you can. It's cornbread.
Is it nice?
I've never had it. It's more of an American thing.
It's a fruit, I think.
Yeah, corn is a fruit.
For some reason, Mia Khalifa, I don't know. He is just absolutely mad, so we'll leave them to it. Sweet corn has a mutation that prevents the change of sugars to starches and thus accumulates sugar. That's why it's sweet. Nice. It's very yummy. I like sweet corn. The kids, not so fucking keen, which is funny. They'll eat the shit out of peas.
Oh,
it's the only fucking vegetable that we can get them to eat consistently.
They've always eaten peas.
If I pay another £16, can I have a wrench? Yes, you can, Adam. Is there a beer bread?
Yes, you can make beer bread.
Yeah, because it's got yeast in it.
Yeah.
And everything else.
And hops and wheat and that stuff. Yeah.
There's probably you can make bread out of vaginal yeast. I don't know why the fuck you would want to, but people do.
I want to be special, but I don't want to be special in a normal way. I want to shock people into my speciality.
But really, what's important is, do you like cheese and do you like peas? Because then you can have cheesy peas. I fucking love the Fast. Is it the Fast Show or is that Harry Enfield and Friends?
I think that's Harry Enfield, that one.
Do you like peas and do you like cheese? Try new cheesy peas. It's just cheese and peas. I'd eat the shit out of that. That sounds really nice. But then I'm one of those psychopaths that likes mushy peas.
I'm sure that it is a good idea for you.
And if you look on YouTube for veg yeast bread, something, it's gone. It's gone now.
You should make a video of you gipping.
I have no fucking interest. I mean, unless they start spouting the health benefits of it at this point.
Sweet corn has seeds in it. You can pop them out of it.
I thought that was just the guts of it, and you kill it like it's a soldier.
What is the guts of something? The seed.
My cum is not my guts.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Everything on the inside is just white.
You just think I'm full of jizz. Corn kernels are the seeds. There we go. Corn is the. Is it the big thing that the yellow bits are attached to, or is it the yellow bits? I don't fucking know. It's not something that's ever crossed my mind to research, and I've got my team of specialists now. Sometimes seeds are called kernels, and then they make Linux. I don't know. It's the yellow bits.
Yeah,
yellow bits. Yeah. I figured it probably was. Although, can you imagine if the whole fucking thing was the seed? That'd be awesome.
For God's sake, you have to pay for that.
Yeah, she doesn't say gravy without money now. That's
everybody wants me to say it.
Unless if I
Yes, you can, Adam.
Yeah, I already said you can be Spaniard for £16. and use it and lose it. The only thing you're allowed to use it for is posting links, and if you post a fucking bad link, then you'll lose it again. If you start banning people, I get mad. I just finished spending 4 years doing research in a corn lab, so this conversation is amusing.
It's like I finally left. No more corn.
What was the research? And if it doesn't have anything to do with sticking it up people, I don't think anybody's going to care.
Just imagine all these scientists lined up going, with chalkboard.
No,
Chalkboards, I mean clipboards. And then
no, chalkboard, this is fucking old school.
And then someone just gets a corn cob shoved up their ass. Interesting. And writes it down.
Just, they weren't even inspecting it. Corn cob attack. Children of the cob. Why the ghosts?
We researched how gene expression is regulated using colours in plant to measure the expression.
Ooh, that is some fancy ass shit. I don't know what you're doing here. You're too clever for this tree. The large bit of sweet corn is the cat.
No, the corn went anywhere inside.
I don't know. You're using colours to show expression. You just fucking get it to express like bright pink.
From chips to corn. What's next food we're going to move on?
No. I've got a good business idea for Mr. Corn Lab.
Mr. Corn Lab?
Yeah. You get it to express a gene that you use the color pink or purple or something, and then you could just grow dildos. You know, stick them in.
I'm sure, like vegan dildos. There you go.
Yeah, there we go. Vegan dildos. All sorts of colors. They fucking love that shit. Read for her and his pleasure. I mean, I imagine that it's probably a fun shape.
The conditions for me saying that word is you just have to super chat.
Yeah. We decided a long time ago that she does not say that. In fact, you don't say anything without getting paid, because otherwise they just spend all fucking stream asking you to say
because my voice is so amazing to these people.
Speaking of Rib for her pleasure, this is a fun one. Mrs. Sick went off of birth control for the first time in a zillion years, and since we had kids, because we never really used condoms until the last 2 weeks. How do you people fucking live? That shit is really hard work. Like, amazingly hard work to use a condom. I had no idea, because I'd used one once before with you and never with anyone else.
I remember we used them a couple of times at the start of our relationship.
But
and then I was just like, no, don't matter. I want kids. There we go. It don't matter anyway.
I want kids.
And then it took me 3 years to get them.
Someone wants you to say yogurt on me. I don't know.
Who paid me? No one.
No one. They want you. Baby gravy. Yeah. So the baby gravy capture device. Thankfully, we live in a country where
when Sick cheats, he goes in raw.
No. Yeah, they're such a pain in the arse.
No.
Well, don't need them for that. Need them to stop her getting pregnant. She keeps going, oh, I'm bleeding now. Oh, I don't know what's going on. Might be pregnant. I'm like, you better fucking not be. When are me and Radical going to do a collab show? I don't know. When's he going to stop being a copy of... No. I like Raj. He's cool. Raj. I mean, I always shorten things, even though I hate it when people do it to other people's names. Like when you meet someone called Stephen, you're like, right, Steve! It's like, did he tell you his name was Steve? He said he's Steve, and you just, no, you're an asshole. I fucking hate that kind of shit.
I usually go by what people tell me their name is.
Yeah.
If you tell me what your name is, that's what you want to be called by. There you go.
In fact, just go the other fucking way, and someone tells you their name is Steve or Steve-O, you just go, Steve Voluntew. just extend it beyond the full normal name. I have 6 younger siblings and absolutely no desire to have kids, so definitely double up on the preventative measures, no matter the hassle.
It's probably,
it makes sex very weird.
It is probably unlikely that I will get pregnant because I have fertility issues anyway. But
then you did get pregnant and had 2 at once, you fucking mad bitch.
By past proven evidence,
it's not worth the risk.
It's best if we keep doing it.
Oh my God. I mean, if you get pregnant, I'm going to be quite annoyed. If you get pregnant with more than one.
Oh yeah, there is a chance because like I might only be able to have twins.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. That's why you're not allowed to have any more. At least none of mine. If you're going to have if you have one with someone else, I mean, fucking feel free. I don't care. Because then that's not my responsibility anymore.
What if you have another 2 and they're girls as well?
I don't care what.
And either surrounded by even more women.
No. I prefer girls. There you go. Say it.
I love gravy, gravy, gravy.
There you go, Tim. You might not have even been paying for it, to be honest, but it's worth it. No, I don't. I've never wanted a boy. Like, I've no interest. Because the kids, I play video games with them, and they're interested in computers, and basically, and I don't give a shit about sport. So they are perfect as mini-me's, just female, whatever. It's fine. Boy, just every single friend I've had who has a boy, I've watched that boy at one point run up to a grown-up and kick him in the bollocks. And I'm like, I want none of that in my house. Fucking none of that in my house. Boys are just destructive little shits.
Oh boy, when they get to teenagers, they stink.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I prefer girls because they're a lot easier to handle because the hormones don't suddenly switch on.
Why do you love young girls so much, pre-menopause? Fuck's sake. I like... Now, see, you're going to make me say something. I prefer that my children that are in my house to be female because they're less of a pain in the backside to deal with 99% of the time.
Oh, they still have I think that's the thing though. Girls tend to have more emotional breakdowns, but boys tend to have
more aggression.
So it's a lot easier to deal with when your kids aren't trying to kick your ass. And I'm only short, and my kids, they're 6, and they're like 2/3 my height already. And I'm like, yeah, they're gonna tower over me. I'm so glad they're girls.
As long as they're not taller than me, I'll be happy.
Me telling off a really tall boy.
Wait until the girls are teenagers.
They already fight with each other. That's the worst bit.
Girls are super dramatic when they get to teens. I know my daughter is 19.
Oh, I was a drama queen.
I don't know. I don't mind that stuff as much as actual destruction. I mean, I'm sure some girls are as destructive as boys, but as a general rule, yeah, I don't mind drama. I was a dramatic kid.
Oh, great! They're going to be even worse then, because I was.
Probably.
I always thought everything was the worst thing ever, and that my life was pointless.
So I instill the social values that feminists keep fear-mongering about. We don't instill anything in them. They just do things.
We treat them just like kids.
I treat them as I would treat a boy. When they get on my tits, I go in and go, "Can you cut that shit out, please?" Oh God, they love being really noisy on a morning. And you know, when they fall down and hurt themselves, you know, it's like, all right, up. There's no.
We don't coddle them. We just, if they fall over, ever since they were little, if they fall over, we're just like, come on, get up, shake it off. And now they just get up and go, I don't hurt, it's fine.
So the $1 million question is, who really is better at the sex, Mr. Sick or Mrs. Sick? Who do you think's better at the sex?
I think I give better blowjobs.
You, out of the two of us to each other, you probably do give better blowjobs. Yeah, okay. I'll give you that. What about sex in general?
I don't know. You can't really measure because we're both different equipment.
Who has more orgasms?
Really?
That's so unfair. Drama time.
Yeah, because you can't.
Men can have orgasms. You're just not good at it.
I'm gonna get a dildo, shove it up your ass, and tickle your prostate. Then.
I don't think a dildo shoved up my ass is going to tickle anything.
Yeah, but I touch your ass cheeks and nowhere near your asshole, and you go, oh!
That's like, do you mind? It's very sensitive. My niece was a wide child when she was a teen. What? As in what,
Wide?
fat?
A white child.
Or do you mean wild? I hope you mean wide. She was a fat bitch. That's trauma, not orgasm. You loose. Mrs. Sick is declared better at the sex than you. It's been decided by a scientific... Well, thank God I didn't lose, eh? I'm just set free. Now I'm off for a piss. Because I've been loose.
Put a corn up there, Sick. You might like it. Or something you guys have probably found funny. When breeding corn, we have to cover the silks to keep random pollen from falling off. We call them condoms. That's great. I think he has issues with it. Maybe there's something he's not telling me, but even when we're spooning in bed or something, and he'll roll over to one side, and I'll just cuddle up behind him, and he's just like, so yeah, I think he's got issues. Man, I can't help it if I can't spiel properly. Yeah, his issue is prostate cancer. That actually makes sense.
Sorry, what?
Why you don't like me close to your asshole?
Well, because I have prostate cancer.
Yeah, that's the conclusion now.
Okay. That seems fucking legit. Oh my God.
Is that corn in your pocket? Are you happy to see me?
Is that a corn in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me? I mean, yeah, that's always what's in my pocket. I carry around corn. I mean, wait, what did Uncle Sick do? What did I do? I mean, I went for a piss. And why am I an uncle now?
Hi, James.
Oh, hi, James. She was running away all the time. I feel like I've missed something. Maybe I shouldn't get up to piss. Should just piss on the couch.
Sure, why not?
Right, so we've done movies, Game of Thrones, and sticking corn up your ass. What's next? Putting a corn up there will cure prostate cancer of the arse. Prostate cancer of the arse. I'm gonna.
The cancer of the ass.
Prostate cancer of the ass. Like, very specifically, like, there's a version of prostate cancer that isn't in your ass. I mean, potentially, I guess. It's odd to hear people refer to maize as corn.
No.
Is there a difference?
I don't know. Maybe it's a different species. I don't know.
I just, all I know is it's something people take the piss out of when it comes to Native Americans. Godzilla, King of the Monsters on Wednesday, so good.
I've seen some things on Netflix.
Oh shit, yeah, because there's a film coming out, isn't there? Or is out or something. Maize is corn. Auntie knows. Ante-meridian.
It's just ant. It's a silent E.
Fuck off, I'm calling him Ante.
Ante!
Ante!
We use maize when we want to
sound more sciencey. Is there not a scientific term? No, is there not a Latin term for corn? There shouldn't be, because I guess
I've seen the adverts for Brightburn. It looks pretty good.
As long as it's not the same as Bright.
It's a horror thing. No, it's not the same as Bright. That was really
Bright is shite.
That was really disappointing.
There you go. ZMAX. Oh, now you just made ZMAs. So it is, yeah, I guess. I usually hear people in the UK refer to wheat or other grain as corn and The other is maize.
I don't know.
It's
not a northern thing. We just call one thing wheat, and if it's sweet corn, that's corn.
Sweet corn is corn. Wheat is wheat.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's more than one species of corn. Auntie, you're not. You ruined shit for us.
American men, Mrs. Sick does indeed sound sexy. Oh.
Yeah, 2 American men.
Why?
Because
I think it's a Game of Thrones thing, and they're like, oh, Ygritte, oh, she's so sexy, and I'm like, oh, I love her accent. Why would you like mine? It sounds like I'm droning.
If you pay $20, she'll say you know nothing, and then your username. Yeah, I'm gonna pimp you out now.
For fuck's sake.
Pimp you out for people's masturbation material. Fuck it, why not? Corn is maize. Other grains are grain. They got schooled by the sciencer. I mean, someone's gonna. If anyone's gonna know. Changing the subject. Do you like geeky space stuff, Apollo 11, and all that good stuff? I mean, specifically.
Space.
Yeah, space is cool. Obviously, I'm into space. I talk about space quite a lot on my channel.
When the UK uses the word maze, they need to remove it.
That's not a bad point. Yeah. I don't think anybody in England uses maize. Unless they're talking about the crystal variety. Trying to get that 14. That's £14 to go. I did wonder. Let's see if he can get all the way through. It's Adam, are you wandering off? And like, I don't know, selling flowers or giving out hand jobs for £2 a pop. Right, okay, someone else. All right, you done? All right, now I can do another super chat.
Tell Moron that the moon landing is real and is not the same as like in space. 12.
I like this countdown. It's exciting.
I'm an Aussie. I was already removed.
I have Flemmy. I have absolutely no idea. Like actual politics. I don't really give much of a shit about.
They were having a vote today. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Whatever.
Either it's going to be released. The results are going to be released later today, or they have been released. I think they said they were going to release at 10. Something like that. I only know because of D&D group.
Don't know, don't care. Countdown to corn puck. For the Send Sick to Space Fund.
You know nothing, James.
No, I mean...
Oh, you know nothing, James is on. He's on. Eyes on.
Ison.
I
mean... Does it happen automatically now? Is that what's going to happen?
You said 20.
I mean, I don't know. I'm Aussie too and have never heard anyone say maize. Yeah. Again, crystal maize is the only... Corn up! Someone cover my spanner fire. Adam, stop spending money if you can't fucking afford it. Jesus.
Is Jane's got a wrench now?
James,
Yeah.
only if he wants one. Has he asked for it?
No.
Then these are the rules. This is how it works. You have to ask for things and give money. I'm not just going to give people things randomly. That would be chaos. But you have to keep track of it because I'm just busy getting drunk. Taxes happen. Who the fuck knows? I'm still waiting on the government to tell me how much money I owe them for one thing or another.
Only on 6 drink and corn be come lewd.
Oh, corn was always lewd. I watched a porn once.
Look at state of it.
Yeah.
Just look at the picture.
Corn, cucumbers, what else?
Eggplants?
Eggplant doesn't seem. I mean, it'd be smooth, I guess.
Pickles.
Pickles.
Oh,
Stick a
God.
pickle in it. Could you pickle a? What is a pickle? A gherkin or a cucumber?
It's a brined cucumber.
Could you pickle a cucumber if you left it out there long enough?
It's very.
I don't really know how pickling works. I'll be honest. It's not something that's one of my interests.
Fermented. That's what it is.
And it'd be yeasty too. Probably. You'd probably
More than likely get an infection before it decides to ferment. Yeah.
Well, I saw his pizza, and now I'm thinking, can you pickle pizza?
Probably.
Pickled pizza. That sounds fucking vile. I'm not a fan of pickles.
Pickled carrots.
Over here, like in America, pickles are
gherkins.
Over here we think of pickled onions, don't we?
Yeah, pickled onions.
A pickle is a pickled onion, really.
Yeah, technically.
Yeah.
But because
pickled deer heart is really holy shit. Don't fuck with anti-meridianium. He'll pickle your heart.
Pickled bananas.
Oh my God. Oh no, I think that might be for the sex thing.
All right.
Okay, let's figure it out. What can we stick up ourselves that we shouldn't?
That you shouldn't.
And that you can buy from a shop and is vaguely dildo shaped. You got corn, and I've seen a porn with corn, and it was nowhere near as erotic as I'd hoped. I was just like, no, love. Although she had she was really, really pale and had a really pink vagina, and it was just distracting. There's certain porns that are stuck in my head forever.
Watermelon, eels, chainsaws.
Remember the good old chainsaw tree. I like watermelons. Eels and watermelons. Oh my God.
Oh, chilies.
You know the people who say that the terrible stream for terrible peoples are crap? Yeah, 9 out of 10. And then one of these happens. Chili, obviously.
Sweet potatoes. Yeah, I've seen the chili. I said it before.
I'm saying it again.
Not listening to me.
Could you?
Could you?
I've just realised Reason Vision is cheating. Reason Vision is pretending that he's a member.
Pringles can.
I heard the other day that both men and women can fuck Pringles cans and neither can do it well. Which I quite liked.
Can you send Memorial Day acknowledgements to the US, especially since our government doesn't respect our veterans? Yeah.
I respect your veterans, but I don't like to acknowledge anything, like not even reality. But you know what? I acknowledge that the US
fucks over their vets, definitely.
Which is sad. Like that shit fucking baffles me. I mean, I get that half of it is when no, I'm not gonna go. This is just gonna get depressing. I was trying to think of something up. I do what you said. Yes, I did it for almost 2 hours. Yeah. Like I did notice, but I didn't realize what you were doing.
A baguette? And what is that?
Sorry, I said things like natural. I'm sure I stated.
But what did Adam put? What is that? Is that hair straighteners or matches? I can't tell.
It looks like hair straighteners. I'm pretty sure it's hair straighteners. Oh my God, do not stick hair straighteners up yourself. Can you imagine? Pringles can help focus your wireless signal. You can focus your wireless signal with a piece of paper.
Yeah.
You can... someone did an experiment and they shot their Wi-Fi like a couple of miles by... very technical. Basically, it was an origami piece of cardboard that was like a dish, and it fucking fired it forever. It was awesome. Wi-Fi signals are weird. Do I deserve a... Sorry. Do I deserve a wrench for being that stealthy? Because if I do, I want it. Stealth isn't money. What? Chopsticks, for fuck's sake. Chopsticks would be so disappointing. Now, you'd want to use chopsticks for that other one that is just the most disturbing shit I've ever seen. I don't know what they call it, but the first time I saw it, I was just fucking fascinated. Someone sticking something into their dick end. Like they had this little metal stick, and it had tapered ends, and they were just pushing it in. I was like horrified but fascinated with a very slowly falling over sort of.
You don't want to know the one that I saw.
I had like a leaning Tower of Pisa erection going around looking at porn, and then this, and I was just like fascinated as it just fell to the ground. Why would you?
I want to know is I've seen one where they put a toothbrush.
Why would you do that?
Not the bristle end, obviously, but the stick end down their jet.
No, I went straight to what's the point of it being a toothbrush? Like,
and I was like, how does it even fit? Because
I mean, there's a hole there.
They were jamming it in.
Oh god! But at the end of the day, if you're going to use a toothbrush, use it properly. Stealth isn't money. Yeah. Hashtag facts.
If talking about the thing where you stick something in a guy's thing, it's called sounding.
Sounding?
What a weird word.
Well, because they have to scream out in pain, because fucking hell.
Let's check your sounding, mate. Ah!
I volunteer for St. John Ambulance, helping the ambulance service 999 calls. We called to a man who got a chopstick stuck up his ass.
Oh, the amount of things I watched A&E things, and they said like people who come in and they come up with the most elaborate tales of how stuff happened. Like he said, the guy said his deodorant can was sat on the floor in his bedroom. He said he got up to go to the toilet and he slipped and he fell perfectly onto it.
What about the one guy where that actually happened?
And it went up him, and it's like, yeah.
Like, what about the one guy
And
where
the nurse was like, you never know, it could happen, but judging by the fact that there's no wound and there's no bruising around his rectal area, it could be safely certain that he actually inserted it.
Yeah, if you fell on it, there'd be more than just where it went in that got hurt, and it's weird that you didn't. That's the thing. Here's
they always slip.
Here's a bit of life advice. If you want to stick something up your ass and you fuck up and get it stuck, don't make up a story about it, because they only remember the made up stories. If you're the guy who comes in and said, I was fucking about and I got it stuck, they're like, okay, sir, we'll help you out. And then you're on your way. And they will not remember you. Because there's a good amount of people who will just be like, yeah, I fucked up. They only remember the people who come up, unless you want to be remembered for that.
Mobile phone, putting that up there.
One of my absolute fucking favourite.
One of my friends told me a story about their cousin, she's not exactly the smartest, and she decided that she wanted to play around with her boyfriend, and her boyfriend, she said, get something that's dildo shaped and stick it in me. And she said she was in the dark, so it was sort of like a surprise game type thing. And he got a bottle of Lamborghini.
Lamborghini.
I can't say it. Oh, thanks for taking the piss out of my fucking voice.
No, I'm not taking the piss out of you. It's so good because it's Lamborghini, but you turned it into Lamborghini.
But yeah, it got that stuck up at her, and she went to the hospital because it got stuck. It got vacuum sealed into her vag, and she had to go to hospital for it.
The car.
Yeah, the car.
I'm not taking the piss out of you. It's still funny.
No, you were just very obnoxiously loud in my ear. That's all.
I'm miles from you. It's all right.
What was your story about someone getting something stuck up the chuff?
No, it was not about the chuff. It's just it's a jackass thing. One of them volunteered to have a toy car put into himself.
Oh yeah, they went
and then asked for a fucking X-ray.
Oh, he says I'm really uncomfortable. They went to go get
Oh,
him X-rays.
I passed out at a party.
Yeah.
And then he does the thing, and then the guy's just the fucking doctor is just fucking amazing. He's so uncomfortable and awkward and clearly very old-fashioned. Stuck up the chuff. Chuff is I don't know where you're from, but if you're not English, it's a euphemism for vagina. I'm sorry, I'm not taking a piss, but Lamborghini is one of the best things I've ever. It's like your spoonerisms that you find so funny.
Oh, my sister's told me things as well because she's a radiologist and people who come in for things, and she phoned me up one day and she was like, I think she was
she was in front of the patient and laughing at
she was only there at the job for a little while, and she's like, I know I'm not supposed to disclose patient information or anything,
but here's his address.
But she's like, I have to tell you this one, and that someone came in and she like people sticking fruit up themselves, and she said one of them was a woman who got a banana stuck there, and she said apparently that's really common, but when she took it out, 2 strawberries fell out. And she's like, I had to tell someone. It was just so funny.
That's fucking great. I just got this image in my head. She was like, she's got a partner or something fucking about with strawberries. Pops one in. I says, no, it'll be fine. Pops another in, and then playing's like, oh shit, I can't feel them. Oh, it's all right. I've got a banana. It's hook shaped. We can get out. You never hear of that, do you? Strawberry banana.
I don't know. She told me ages ago, and it's just something I just remembered at this moment about people sticking stuff up themselves.
I can't believe you never told me.
She tells me all the time about things. Like, she's usually old people when they're broken bones and things. That's what she usually phones up and tells me about.
No one cares about that.
Or like doing X-rays on felons and things. Yeah.
I saw a thing the other day, and they were talking about how tough old people are. It's like, oh, they had this pain, they had that pain, the other, and I was just like, so fucking what? Old people are broken. Of course, their nerves are going to be shot. They don't fucking work anymore. It's actually not that impressive when an old person doesn't know they broke their hip. Because, I mean, I don't want to fucking belittle them, but at the same time, it's like unsurprising if you get to that age and you're not a bit more broken.
No. There was an old wives' tale that
potatoes can prevent pregnancy.
A woman put it up herself, and the roots, and she forgot about it, and the roots started to grow into her womb, and it had to be surgically removed.
That can't be true. Please don't be true.
Well, potatoes, all they need to grow is moisture.
I mean, they can be quite moist. Sounds like you guys have had just as much booze as I've had.
I've not had that much.
I have. Hey, Sick. Hey, Dr. Bob. Matthew, your name isn't Sick. Yo, Bob, you legend. How do you forget?
Same lady burnt her face with an iron, so she had to...
She had an iron-shaped scar on her face. It was her birthday, and the other patients bought her a non-stick iron. Oh, fuck, now I hope it's all true. This chat's getting real old. Good tug will take care of it. What, the fucking iron stuck to your face? That's not untrue. Pours more mead. Working on it. I need to start having some mead. I've never had mead. I
can't remember. Apparently I did when I was really drunk on my 18th. But I can't remember.
But that was before I knew you.
But so. I can't remember that.
I'm surprised you can remember much. You are a lightweight. You and your
I'm a lightweight.
Yes. Yeah.
Not that bad. It depends what I'm drinking.
I mean, depending on what you're drinking, but there's certain drinks that can get you absolutely slaughtered in like 2.
Well, that's wine. Wine, I have half a glass of wine and that goes straight to my head.
But yeah, you're a lightweight. Why does everybody give me that look? Like,
because you can be sometimes, depending on if you've eaten that day or what you've eaten that day. You can get smashed really quickly.
Usually I've just drunk way more than I'm willing to admit.
Yeah, and it pisses me off because you're supposed to be careful.
No one needs to be careful. They need to be drunk. I'm experimenting with mead myself. Mead is like wine, at least the stuff I got. I know that some meads are supposed to be sort of honey-esque.
Yeah, honey mead.
Fight me in a car park.
There's no car park around here.
I know, it's just that one of my exes said she was going to beat up my mum. It's a fucking weird.
Really? Your mum would kick anybody's ass?
Honestly, this partner, she was my crazy ex.
Your crazy ex? You've had plenty.
No. This was her. The fat old one.
The fat old one. I love how you categorise it.
Well, I'm just trying to say it without. I don't want to fucking spoil anyone. But she had an older girlfriend. She was a good shag, but it was just absolutely. She was crazy, and I don't know. She just said it was really. I'm trying to sort of pass the conversation in my head. I don't even know how it got to that point, but she was just suddenly telling me that she would slit up my mum in a car park, and I'm like, dude, what the fuck?
Is that the one that threw shit at you?
Yes.
Yeah.
This is why she's the crazy ex.
Right. Okay.
I had exes who were not perfect people. I wouldn't call them crazy exes.
And they all broke up with you and then got with someone that looked exactly like you.
Which was weird. Yeah, like some of my exes I would say are just not great people. I mean, part of that is not their fault, but
some of them are just broken.
But she was the crazy ex. Oh, my ex live in Texas. You fucked that up. And you have to sing it through text somehow. Oh, my exes live in Texas.
My first girlfriend was dating me only, so their parents didn't know that she was into girls. I had no idea it was a way of that's quite common.
Well, I think we've had the conversation that my first ex was a lesbian. My first partner, the person I lost my virginity to, was a lesbian. And then continued the relationship and then slept with a woman and was really happy with herself while still being in a relationship with me and not really understanding that maybe it was kind of fucked up. She wasn't particularly bright, and I was particularly desperate. So yeah, and no, I didn't turn her into a lesbian. Life turned her into a lesbian. Like I said, she wasn't a crazy ex. You know, she didn't assault me.
You got worried about her though when we started being.
Oh yeah.
We started getting friendly with her.
She's the one who taught me not to bother remaining friends with your exes, because I remained friends with her for years, and then we became partners, and we became friends, and then she went out of her way to try and pull you.
When she found out that I was bisexual, she started being very touchy-feely with me.
But like beyond being funny about it, like being. When your GF is bi, you have a higher chance to have a threesome. I think what's more likely is that she'll have me fuck someone else in front of her because she's a fucking pervert.
I
This
prefer
one.
I prefer that.
Yeah, it's like I don't want to actually join in. I want to. Does
Yeah,
anyone have a charger for a vibe?
I want to join in.
Eventually.
No, I want to join in. It's just that it's something that would get me off for some reason. Sorry, I want you to fuck other women.
I just think the whole thing would be so fucking awkward.
You would be like deer in headlights. You're like, I don't know what to do.
It's just the fact that you'd be there, like.
Also, if I wasn't there, would that help?
No, because I'm not a cheater. I think that's the problem with it. Like, I'm quite monogamously brained. That sounds terrible, Wink. Oh, sick. You have such problems, you fucking bastard. So you guys are singing them.
Oh, you want to hear me sing? Pay me and you can hear my lovely tones.
Yeah. Of course, that has to be like $100 because
Oh,
I don't want
God.
to hear her sing.
I sound like a cat dying.
She was singing to herself earlier.
I know you turned up your volume on your computer so you don't have to hear me.
I'm not going to say she's an awful singer because that would be mean. That's
No, I already know I am.
It's one of the things.
It's genetic. You've heard my mum on karaoke.
It's the thing though. Like, you're not great with criticism, but when it comes to your singing, you're like, no, bring it on.
No,
in fact, it's even better. I want to hear more.
I'm terrible. I'm a terrible singer.
It's not. I don't think it's even the thing.
If you're like, you think you've got an okay voice, but you're a bit worried because you don't think it's absolutely fantastic, take me to karaoke with you, and you will look fantastic in front of anybody.
Yeah, just always go up and go after.
Sing the Titanic song. You can fuck off. I can't even get that high. Sid can go higher pitch than I can. He goes into squeaky voices. I can't go that high. I'm too masculine apparently. Yes, it would make your ears bleed. I have a terrible singing voice. I am making my own mead and other spirits at the moment. One of the bonuses. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I think Sick knew some people who made their own beers and things as well. You mean prove it? I'm not gonna sing. You can fuck off. So Sick is the woman in the marriage. We're not married. So, yes? I'm not fucking singing Swing Low.
Did you just tell someone we're not married? Breaking the illusion.
All that Sick has to do is squeeze them to get the high notes.
It's squeeze and twist.
No, I'm just saying that your voice goes higher pitch than mine does.
Yeah. Like, shockingly higher. She just needs more whiskey. No, she's got other things. I got a variety.
I need to mix drinks, so it helps when I've got different things to try.
De facto common law chavs. Fuck you.
We would get cohabitation rights now because we've been together for 10 years.
We got a lot of bollocks.
Yeah, so technically, if we go and sign some papers that say we've got a cohabitation for over 10 years, then we get the same rights as a married couple anyway.
And then we have to fight a married couple and see if we win.
Which married couple wins gets the tax-free stuff.
Yeah. That's how it works. That's how it should work.
Ding ding.
It's like that old dude who wanted to. That's a good burp. Who wanted to get his I don't know. He'd like parked his car somewhere or something, and he wanted trial by combat, and they wouldn't let him. And I was like, "Fucking do it, just for the fucking spectacle."
Divorce by combat.
I would, but the first time.
I know.
It wasn't long until before we were together. She kneed me in the testicles for holding her wrist a little too tightly.
Yeah, but I've kicked you in the balls before. Like I threw a can at you.
You've thrown a lot of stuff at me.
Yeah.
You're crazy.
I threw a can of pop at you and I said catch and you didn't catch, it landed on your crotch.
She likes to throw things, especially when she's mad. She hasn't thrown knives and buckets at me, though, so it's an improvement.
I think divorce should actually be a sword fight to the death. That would be awesome to watch.
Yeah, I'm sure the kids would love it. Can you imagine? It's okay, kids. You live with me now because
Debbie's asking you a question.
Would you do a podcast with Radict, Sure Is, and Logic? I don't know who Sure Is, though. I would definitely do one with Logic. Probably, it's radical. Because probably. But yeah, I'd love to do one with Logic. I know that at one point he was subscribed to me. I don't know if he's subscribed to me anymore. I know that he hid his subscription so you don't see him, and it's very disappointing. It was one of the fucking most surreal things ever for me. Logic is one of the first people that I was really into as a YouTuber, way back in the day of old, like the creationism argument phase period. Except I've never done a creationism video. Need to do that. Need to fucking sort that problem out because that shit is fun. But yeah, he was one of the first YouTubers that I was like into because he was the first one that I saw that had a character that wasn't just
someone with a camera in their bedroom.
Yeah, I mean, even though Amazing Atheist was someone I knew before that, because it was his real face, it kind of ruined it in a way. You know, he's just sort of TJ. To me, he's more like Philip DeFranco. I
showed you Amazing Atheist.
Yeah. But I found Logic after that, and I fucking love. I think he's great. But yeah, when he subscribed to me, I don't know, the fangirl in me kind of squeed out. Why are you gay?
Why are you gay?
No, the best one of that, any Resident Evil 2 players. Why are you running? And it's Leon's face on the girl. And Mr. X on the guy. That is just one of the best things I've ever fucking seen.
You are gay. Why are you
You
gay?
need to do a kicking video on Ken Ham. Yeah, like there's so many old, like the only old school creationist that I've knowingly done, who is definitely a creationist, it was Venom Fang X. But he, for some fucking reason, had this weird visual effect on him. It was still his channel, like no one would notice. But his argument, it was more of an atheism argument, but it just made me giggle, and and I put googly eyes on his fucking avatar because it amused me. Do we need to phone the police? If you did not know, there are battered husband homes now due to the female violence. Also, female gets hit 27 times before they go to the police. What? A female gets hit 27. They get to hit me 27. I don't understand. No, Mrs. Sick is fine. She couldn't beat me up, so it doesn't matter.
Spirit science thing.
Oh, fucking spirit science! Jesus Christ, he's turned into like a full-on militant vegan now.
Well done.
Yeah, I fucked it up.
Maybe you should slow down.
Maybe that's why I turned it over to the half shots.
Yeah, and
like
then
a big boy.
Spilled it everywhere.
We're gonna have divorce by sword fight because only one of us owns a.
We don't have swords.
No, I have a sword. You have knives. Quite a lot of knives. I should be worried.
I mean, a lot of knives. I have one knife.
I thought you had like a few. You have the Egyptian style knife.
No, that's gone.
Where's that gone? Did you sell it?
No, you know the friend who was an asshole, and I stopped speaking to her.
Did she nick that knife?
I've got loads of shit at her house, and she never returned it.
I like that knife.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go get it. You didn't tell me that. Oh my god.
Because ages ago, it's like nearly a year now.
Why did you not tell me that something I like was there?
'Cause-
Because I don't give a shit about the rest
I
of your
like
stuff.
it, but I hadn't seen it in a year, and I just never noticed. Like,
For a second there, I thought Golden Skeptic said, "Why are you guys drinking?" I was like, "Is there any other way to be?" What are you? I'm drinking whiskey and cola because I'm homosexual, apparently,
and
according
I'm
to
not
some.
drinking now
Why not?
because you're getting wankered.
I'm not getting wankered.
Yeah, you are.
I'm really not.
You say that, and then you start being an absolute cockend, and that's when I know I'm not drunk. I'm not drunk. I'm definitely not drunk. No, I'm fine. And then you turn into a cockend.
Domestic bliss. Like I'm genuinely not that drunk. I'm trying to be fun and entertaining for the stream, but I've generally been quite good. Okay, stream ends early. Sick needs to get his knife back. It's not my knife. It's the knife I really like. I mean,
my other knife up there on that shelf.
Yeah. Which is also a very nice
No,
knife.
it's a nice knife.
A very nice.
A nice knife.
I'm drinking vodka from the freezer. That sounds like a mistake. Like, I've got this image.
Well, it won't be frozen.
A male person, AV, hits a female 27 times before she goes to police to report it. And that number been going up over the year. This was from a person that ran a home for battered wives. And what about the home for battered wives? Sorry, I couldn't help myself. It's like
Well, there's in the there's like 5 in the UK for men, because a lot of the houses don't.
Is it that many?
There's not a lot for men. A lot of the places won't take men in.
Well, I mean,
including there's some places, like if a woman is running away from her abusive husband or whatever,
they won't allow teenage boys.
And she's got a teenage boy who's
Yeah.
I think it's over the age of 15 or something. They're not allowed to be in there.
Okay, I mean the 27 punches thing, that's concerning. Like, people shouldn't be punching each other, men or women.
You don't be punching people.
I mean,
like, God's sake, control your fucking emotions.
I hit Mrs. Sick the other day, but to be fair, I was literally asleep.
Oh yeah, when you punched me in the rib. Yeah, he twitched in his sleep, and because he's a big guy, he punched me in the rib.
I was so fucking guilty. It was the worst. I was, yeah. She wanted me to cuddle her, like you literally cuddle me.
Yeah, I like it when you cuddle me.
Cuddle me, and then I'm one of those people that as they fall, in fact, you're exactly the same.
Yeah.
As we fall asleep, we twitch. And for some reason, that day, it decided this sort of area would absolutely... And I felt it as well. And I was just like, oh, I hope that wasn't as hard as it felt. And then you were like... I was like, oh, no, why? Why would you do that? Make my legs twitch, for fuck's sake.
No, I'm not kicking him in the balls. That's really mean.
Yeah, she's already done it enough times.
After I found out how fucking sensitive men's balls are, I'm not. And you were trying to explain to me, you're like, how men's balls are sensitive as women's nipples, and I was like, it didn't click very well because mine are not that sensitive.
Yeah, but I sit and flick my nipples in front of you, and it makes you cringe.
Yeah, because it's weird.
No, it makes you cringe. Stop lying. It makes you cringe because your nipples are...
Oh, no, I just have to, it takes ages for yours to go hard because you're constantly rubbing it, and I have to just slightly run my finger on it and mine go hard.
Yeah, and you wouldn't want me flicking them because it would...
Don't be flicking my nipples.
Exactly! You're acting as if you don't understand. It's like, yeah.
But then I watched a thing about, how sensitive men's bollocks are.
Nipples.
Men's bollocks
Bollock
are. And
nipples.
it's something on the line of, if you got, 1,000 paper cuts between your fingers or something, as that's the equivalent of something like that. And other ones was...
That doesn't sound like enough.
It's as painful as giving birth and things like that. Even though it's a shorter time than giving birth, it's still the same
The
amount
pain
of
doesn't last that long, but the
Yeah.
pain isn't fucking tense.
No, they're saying it's equivalent of like a giving birth thing.
One kick in the ball equals one twist. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, she was high as fuck when she gave birth.
Oh yeah, I was just talking shit. I can't remember.
You saw it though, didn't you? And the reflection.
Oh yeah, after I realised that they put this sheet up in front of me, so
you couldn't see.
So I couldn't see anything,
and then the light was just
then
reflective
there
as
was
fuck.
massive reflective light at the top, and I saw one of my twins being pulled out of me, and I was like, "Oh, that's cool."
Oh god, that was one of the fucking
getting pulled out feet first.
Yeah, like that was just. I'm sure we've mentioned it before. Maybe not. I can't. But it feels like something I would have talked about before. But when the day
as a man who's given birth, I can confirm that kicking the balls hurts the same.
As a man with balls. Yeah, the day you gave birth. That was an interesting day. That was the day we were moving house. Literally, we didn't get a wink of sleep because you were in pain most of the night.
I got Braxton's Hicks all the fucking time as well.
Yeah, so you got Braxton Hicks all the time. So we just thought, oh, she's having more Braxton Hicks.
From about 16 weeks, I had Braxton Hicks.
We were very fucking poor, and this is something that I still feel fucking guilty about today. But yeah, okay. So she's having Braxton Hicks. You know, I have a lot of fucking work to do tomorrow. Ultimately, you were pregnant as fuck. You were never going to be any help moving.
No.
That was completely acceptable.
I was a fat piece of shit, yeah.
Well, you couldn't bend over.
I was huge.
You wouldn't be able to help.
I was massive. The thing is, like, I keep thinking that I'm fat now, and then I see a woman in the street who looks about the same size as me when I was pregnant.
Yeah, and you know when.
And I'm like, yeah, I'm not that fat.
Oh, it's funny when you pointed, am I as fat as her? I was like, you're nowhere near as fat as her, you fucking dozy cow.
I was. That's what it looked like to myself.
Yeah, she's convinced she's really, really fat. She's still convinced she's really fat, even though she's lost weight since then, because
I was like,
she's kind of dumb.
When I was pregnant, I think the heaviest when I was pregnant was like 14.5 stone. And I was huge. I was massive, and I
would have thought it was more than that.
I waddled around a lot.
But
no, I reckon if I carried a full term, which I didn't.
Oh, if you'd have carried a full term, you'd have fucking destroyed the universe.
I would have been massive. Like,
you'd have just turned into a black hole. No, like day of pregnancy. So we didn't sleep that night, and we were moving out that day. We were supposed to move across, and because we were poor and
you're welcome,
we had to move basically to another town over. I ended up paying another week of rent. Thankfully, we could pay weekly, kind of thing. But yeah, she was like, it was a really painful night. It's like, okay, well, you know, we'll try and get through the night, and if you're still like this in the morning, then we'll go to the hospital. And because we were poor, if I'd have known she was about to give fucking birth, I would have goddamn paid for a taxi. It would have just made sense.
Well, like, I had Braxton's Hicks, and then it got to the morning. I woke up, went to the toilet, realised I was bleeding, and I was like, oh shit, that's not good. Told you, and he said, okay, I phoned the midwife who said go to the hospital. So like, oh well.
Thankfully,
it's not like the hospital's 10 minutes away. So
it's
literally a 10-minute walk to the hospital. So I went, okay, we'll walk it. And
we had to walk.
And it took me an hour to get there.
We had to walk like.
It was snowing as well. Yeah, it was snowing. We had to walk through a field of snow. I remember that.
I don't remember it being snowing.
Yeah, it was snowing. I remember.
Okay. Yeah, like it was 20 meters to the first corner, maybe 30 meters to a big field. We crossed the field and then we're at the hospital. It was really, really close. It'd take you 5 minutes if you weren't fucking massively pregnant.
Yeah, it took me 10 minutes to walk to the hospital.
An hour?
No.
Oh, right, normally. Yeah, it takes you like 10 minutes. It takes me 5 because I'm...
Uber didn't exist then.
Well, we could have gotten a taxi. We didn't because we just thought it was one of those things. But I made a walk because, you know, we're trying to save money. We're about to have kids. I'm fucking terrified about all of this shit. We get there, and we go inside. You're sitting in the thing, and
wheelbarrow.
do you know what? If we'd have had a fucking wheelbarrow, I would have put her in it. I'll be honest, or a wheelchair or something. That would have been way to sick. Hate you. We needed money.
The giving the birth thing. Basically, what happened was,
but
we got to the hospital. They put me in the waiting bit.
I'm
You fucking tell it. I'll go for a piss.
Good. If you need a piss, why don't you go? I've just realised you're wearing my pants. God damn it. Yeah. We get to the hospital after the really long walk, and thankfully the place for giving birth was on our side of this complex of buildings. And so we enter in, go in, and she sat. We check in. She sat on the bed for a while, and I'm like, "Well, I haven't slept. I am fucking knackered at this point." I'm like, "Babes, I'm gonna go and get some energy drinks from." There was a little Sainsbury's or a Waitrose or something that was attached to the hospital. I went up there, got some energy drink. I come back. And as I walk in, they're like coming at me. Like there's dozens of people in the room. Well, not dozens. There's maybe half a dozen people. There's a lot of people in the room. And I'm like, okay, what's going on? And they start getting me prepped. I'm not even cognizant of what's going on. And they're like, we're going to get ready. We're going to...
Yeah, the doctor...
We're taking her into surgery. And I'm like, wait, what?
While you was away, the doctor wandered in. She's like, hi, how are you doing?
I was away for like 10 minutes.
Yeah, she came in, hi, how are you doing? She said, I'm just going to check, see how you are. And she went, oh, okay. She says, you're at 6 centimetres and I can feel feet. You're going to have to go for emergency C-section. I was like, oh, okay.
Pants like trousers. Yeah. One of the girls...
I'm wearing sweatpants.
She's wearing my pajama bottoms for your next taxi. Antarctic Discussion Force.
That's a great
That's
name.
a heck of a name. And thank you. Yeah. I just come in and they're just all getting ready and they put me in a gown and they're like, go in there and change. You're going into theatre. And I'm like, I was not ready for today. I was not fucking ready for that day. It was, yeah. I mean, we had a lot of sleepless nights during that time period, but that was not the day for it. And I'm like, I'm supposed to be moving home right now. What the fuck am I supposed to do? Thankfully, you gave birth. You were in the hospital. You were in the hospital for a while after that.
Yeah,
but
I was there for a week.
Yeah, like I was sat there. I had one person who was like keeping me from going out of my mind.
The staff on the maternity ward started getting pissed off with me because I just
disappeared.
I just wandered off into neonatal because you have to go out of the ward, down a lift, and then walk along a massive corridor, and then you go to neonatal. And I was like, I just used to wander off in the middle of the night and they'd come and give you pain medication and I wasn't there. She's like, can you sign out or at least tell somebody that you're going, please?
3 pounds and 4 ounces. That's not very heavy for a baby, is it?
No, ours were bigger than that.
Ours were fucking enormous. And they were 2 months early. 2 girls. Oh, do you mean Golden Skeptic? Wait, I have no idea. If it's 2 girls when they had 1, that's just insane.
Yeah, they were saying how they were quite shocked about considering how they were premature by
they were extremely long.
They were 9 weeks premature, and they were 54 centimeters and £3.11 and £3.13. And she said they were really good weight for prematures, which like there was other premature kids in the neonatal, and one of the mums that was there, she had twins as well. She had 2 boy twins, and she had to leave one of them because they were born around.
I thought you were going to say, and I was 8.
No, they were born roughly about the same time as mine, maybe slightly before. But she ended.
Do you mean in terms of pregnancy time?
No, in terms of like
Real time.
they were born about the same time.
Okay.
Hers were more premature. Hers were
That's what I'm interested in.
Hers were 29 weeks, and
yours were.
She was
36.
31.
31. Sorry.
She was crying, and while I was with my girls, my mum went over to her and had a chat with her, and she found out that she had to leave one of her boys in this hospital to go to another hospital because one of the other babies needed plastic surgery.
Oh, fuck.
Because something to do, he had a knot inside of his intestine or something, and they needed to make a new part of the intestine.
Is that plastic surgery or just fucking surgery?
I don't know, but she said plastic surgery. That's what she said.
I hope he's fine.
But I don't know. Didn't see her after. Didn't see her
I
after
know.
that. So yeah, and I was just like, I'm so glad that mine were good. Like mine were fine.
I had a son around Christmas and he was 11. But that's big.
That's big.
That's a big bugger.
So I was 9 pounds.
That's like one of my average shits.
When I was born, I was like 9 pound 4, and I was 10 days over. My mum was sick of it. She was in labour for like probably like she said about 12 hours. With my sister, she was in labour for 27 hours. She said she went to the hospital, got bored, went home and cleaned.
Oh my God. I was born 20 weeks earlier, was cut out of my mum as she died due to a car crash. That's why I was born in A&E, not baby hospital. They gave me the last rites 3 times.
Jesus.
Fucking A, get on, you fucking champion. Jesus Christ. Oof. And condolences in a sense. Obviously, you never knew her, but she fucking heroed you and you fucking did it. So
14 pound. Like the biggest one I've heard of was
14 pound baby.
The biggest one I heard of was
hence the great.
It was in the Ukraine, and in the Ukraine it's different. They don't really induce. They just sort of allow the baby to come when they want to come, so they can go up to like 2.5 weeks over.
Antarctic dissuasion force. I was 3 weeks late. Nothing's changed.
And they allow the babies to stay inside for like over 2 weeks, like 2.5 weeks. And
what, inside the person?
Yeah, inside the mum. They don't induce.
Okay.
And there was a woman who was like a month over or something, and then when she gave birth, she had to have like completely opened up everything because the baby was 19 pound when it was born. And it was huge baby, big, like on the pictures, it was this massive child, like a toddler.
It just feels like in Soviet Russia, baby has you.
My mother got into labour while she was cleaning the kitchen floor. She's telling me the story for how long as I can remember. It was like, I was cleaning, and then you happened, and you made a mess of the floor again. I was smaller than an old imperial small bag of sugar, or teeny tiny babies. Like I think the smallest one in the neonatal, there was babies that were there before mine, and they were like 23 weeks, maybe 24 weeks. They were teeny tiny, like really small, and they looked like half the size of mine did. And I was like, it's amazing how much they change in such a small space of time. 19 pounds, that's like a week's worth of meals. My second child was born 2.7 pounds. Oh, that is tiny.
Oof, £7. Oh. There's something about, you would think that it wouldn't be that interesting as a man.
They just fall out of calf legs.
It's fucking hell. There's something about people's birth stories that's way more interesting than you expect. Especially some of them, like the fucking... Oh, the car crash one. Oof.
My mum went into labour during the tractor pulls, and me and my dad have to leave them to go to hospital. Oh, God. Like, my dad said that he was there when I was born, but he wasn't there. He was working when my sister was born.
My dad cut himself carving pumpkins for Halloween. 3 hours later, my mum went to give birth to me. Good thing they were already at the hospital. That was perfect. Yeah.
I have a number of disability. Yeah, it is very common for prematures to have disabilities and mental issues as well. Very common.
I mean, that explains the being in the terrible stream for terrible people. I think everybody here is a little bit disabled, I'll be honest.
You're all premature, baby.
Turns out.
Wait, wasn't that Monty Python skit when they made fun of Christian for not using protection?
Yes, it was. No, it wasn't Christians. It was Catholics. The Protestants could use a condom if you wanted. They just basically never had sex because they were Protestants. We've had sex twice and had babies twice. Yes, but we're Protestants, so I could use a. Oh God, he goes through like all these fucking. It's either all names for a penis or all names for a condom. I can't remember the exact sketch, but the joke is that they're just as fertile as each other. It's just that the Catholics like to bang. They're just not allowed to use. Yeah, every sperm is sacred. Exactly. Fucking hell. Meaning of life is a. It's when I first watched Monty Python and the Meaning of Life. While it was very funny, it didn't stick with me like the other films because it's the one that's a series of sketches. But it's also the one that the sketches have stuck with me the longest. You know, you've got Mr. Creosote, you've got every sperm is sacred, you've got these office buildings. You're right.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you biting your hand?
I'm not. I'm checking my teeth.
Oh, okay, good. Because it looked like you were going completely fucking mental.
My bottom wisdom teeth are not as... They didn't grow out like the other ones have.
Are you still hurting?
No, it's not hurting. I'm just checking because it feels like they're wobbling, but they're not. So I have to keep checking it.
I remember watching a documentary about the winter we had in 2010. There was a couple who got stuck in a motorway and the wife was in labour. She gave birth and everyone on the motorway celebrated.
Oh, that's nice.
Especially the drunk people in their cars. They were like, hey! And then they got arrested. Twats.
I just got shat on by my daughter.
Well, literally this minute. Yeah. The very first time I changed a baby's nappy was one of my girls. I can't remember which one it was.
It was the second one.
Everyone was convincing me that it'll be fine. You know, it's not going to be difficult. Nothing bad's going to happen because everyone, all of the ladies in my family had changed one of the girls before me to show me how it's done, and it always went fine. The second I lowered it down, explosive diarrhea, and I was like, "No thanks," which is now one of the kids' catchphrases. It was just like I felt it did genuinely feel like it was my fault.
Yeah,
she exploded at me.
A poo explosion, yeah.
Oh my God.
A nice green one.
Oh, it was so bad. Oh, that's one of the other facts about babies is that their first poo is their own body hair that they've eaten.
Yeah, it's usually black, yeah.
Babies are disgusting. Don't do them. Due to my birth, I was made ward of court, and my adopted mum and dad had to go to court in London.
Wow.
They get there so early, my mum would not let my dad drink when they waited in a next door pub, etc. That was very confusing.
That's a nice little birth story.
If you could make one conspiracy theory disappear, which one would it be?
I think the anti-vax one is the worst one.
Yeah, I guess it's one of the more dangerous ones.
I don't know. I've been seeing things of the black salve stuff as well, and that's pretty nasty.
I mean, black salve isn't a conspiracy theory. It's I'm a fucking moron theory.
Yeah, no, but it's the conspiracy that you think it works.
Like,
I guess it's not. It's more woo than conspiracy, but yeah.
I'm torn.
But the anti-vax one, that they say like they put shit in it.
Anti-vax is an out-and-out conspiracy theory, so I guess.
And they think that the government are doing it to track you and shit like that. It's fucking ridiculous.
Like, honestly, all actually conspiracy theories rather than, because there are conspiracies that happen and people notice. That's fine. Shit happens. But anything that's actively harmful and completely fucking untruth, Would you drink Jilly juice?
Oh God, no!
Fucking no! That stuff literally smells of shit.
I don't like cabbage.
A fermented cabbage at that, and it gives you waters.
What a shock! It gives you diarrhea. Unsurprisingly.
What a shock! People have died from it. Mops had a big outbreak in the UK and Europe currently, and it's mainly hitting university students. 9/11 truth is because it's where everyone starts. I don't think it's where everyone starts. I think there's plenty of people who are anti-vaxxers who think that 9/11 truth is a fucking idiots. I've seen them. I've debunked them. They're like, they compare us to 9/11 truth. It's the fucking idiots. It's like, yeah, you're all the same. That's why they compare you. Anti-vax. And also 9/11 truth is, as much as they're often complete dipshits, aren't bringing back deadly diseases. As much as that's a stupid fucking thing to say, I just don't care. It's funny though. Jet fuel can't melt steel beams and also has zero effect on its structural integrity because I'm an idiot. I like olive juice. Okay.
Good for you.
Isn't olive juice just olive oil? Also, olive juice was one of those things that we used to whisper at each other at school because it looks like you're saying I love you. And I don't know why that was a thing.
I think I had ours as well. And I think I can hear the cat meowing.
Meow, meow. Anti-vaxxers really piss me off. Autism isn't as bad as they say, and you can live with it. Can't live with polio. You can live with polio. It's going to fucking suck, but you can live with it. Yeah, I'd rather be autistic than have polio. No?
You put them outside?
I don't put the cat anywhere. I try and just pick her up and then launch her across the room if I can.
I can't find her. Never
Yeah.
mind.
Conservative Party come last in London, Lib Dems come first, and I just come over everybody.
Is that your slogan?
I'll come on you. Yeah. Like I said, I still don't give that much of a shit about actual politics. Like, even when I used to do what people would refer to as political videos, it was only ever about the arguments. It was only ever about, I hear something stupid, I make fun of the stupid. It used to piss me off more. A lot of it doesn't piss me off as much do, and I've become better at arguing, better at making videos, and better at making dick jokes. Have you tried putting an autistic shield into an iron lung? I think there might be a point here. Pretty sure there fucking isn't. What AC/DC song is your favourite? Danger Zone. High functioning, so I've been told. That's the thing. That's the whole thing about autism. When you say it's a spectrum, it's like, yeah, it's a spectrum that includes fucking everybody. That autism is one of the, like, our girls, they are somewhat behind because they were very, very early born. And, you know, there's been discussion of autism, and our teachers were like terrified to talk to us about it. And like, no, I mean, if they are autistic, which we don't think they are, but if they are,
they have traits of autism. It doesn't mean they're autistic.
They have emotional issues because, you know, they struggle with certain, like, just controlling their emotional level. But then so does, I know AC/DC doesn't sing Danger Zone. It's Kenny Loggins. It was a joke. You fuck.
My favourite AC/DC song, Rap God.
I got a high five. The Kenny Loggins one's better in a way. I've just realised it says Doist. AC/DC Doist Sin. And it's Jen's, not autism. I don't know what I feel like I'm missing something. But anyway, yeah, you know, the kids have things that can be considered autistic traits, but you know, it's fine. You know, the girls are very good, very, very smart. It's quite interesting watching them, even though they don't
like their barriers that they have is according to like
it's communication and emotional control.
Like the speech therapist was the one that did the main reason we took them into any type of medical help in the first place is because they were behind in their speech, and she did a year of observing them and thought it was best because of her observations, like they don't really socialize with other children well, and when they talk to adults they don't try and have a conversation with an adult. It's sort of like they just say statements at people rather than trying to strike up a conversation.
But really, that's
she said at their age they should be trying to have a conversation with someone. And saying like just saying statements at people and walking away is an autistic trait or something. So she thought it would be best to put them on a waiting list to get them tested.
But yeah, like if they are autistic, we don't care.
Okay, that's not.
And even if vaccines caused it, I still wouldn't care,
no,
because as you said,
it's going to run in the family because of my dad.
Your dad is so fucking autistic. It's unbelievable. I'm not her dad's biggest fan because he likes to talk shit about me. But I understand it more now that he just doesn't know how to communicate like an adult. He can't help but say shit about people. It's fine. Still annoys me. You know, I feel my biggest sort of my trigger, as it were, is respect. I like to feel respected for the things that I've done, but it often doesn't come because, you know, the life I chose, you know, to be someone who takes primary care of the whole family, people can't really see that, you know. Mrs. Sick with her issues, because of how sort of society is as its way, they assume she's the primary carer for the kids. But that's me and the breadwinner, which doesn't bother me. What bothers me is when people treat me like I'm lazy. And
the worst one that I get out of it is this was like probably about 5 or 6 months after the girls were born, and I went to go to this thing with my mum. She just invited me out, and there was like her friends there, and she said, "How do you look so well slept when you've got 2 new babies?" And I said, "Well, I don't really do anything." I said, "Like Sick looks after them, and you know, he does all the getting up in the middle of the night and things like that." And straight away, Golden Skeptic, and she said, "Oh, you've got him well trained, haven't you?" And I'm like, "No, it's nothing to do with that. He's helping me because I struggle with things." And it's like, it's got nothing to do.
Adam, I'm in the bath now. We're going to get dick pics. Fuck.
Yeah. Adam in the tub.
Adam with the dick pics. We're going to get it to reverse and we'll send them to Memory Man. Hell, if you do send us dick pics, I will totally send them to him. That'd be fun. We're going out to tea with him tomorrow, so yeah. But yeah. We get a lot of "you've got him well trained" comments, and it's just like, from my perspective, like some people don't like this opinion, so some people get angry at me for this opinion. But as far as I'm concerned, a man does what he needs to do.
Oh, well done.
Even if it's literally everything.
Well done for passing the degree. That's good.
Due to my disability, my school said I would not sit an exam, let alone pass an exam at 16. But as a mature student, I passed a degree with help. Good lad. I'm fucking impressed. Not impressed. Proud of you.
I am 30 and I've just been diagnosed with ADD and autism 2 months ago. Yeah, you'll find, because obviously more knowledge of autism now, and with people a lot more aware, you'll end up finding people who end up getting diagnosed later, because obviously we know what to look for now.
Adam, I'm not going to give you his email, but I have an email. As long as you click, it's very findable.
Just send it to 6 email.
And I'll be like, oh, there's a penis there. Oh, I know who needs to see this. The moment when people realize you don't need to train your partner to do stuff. I mean, sometimes you do. Some people are dickheads. Some people are fucking useless. Some people are arseholes. Some people.
The only thing you need training in was just like care for babies, like nappies and bottles and things like that, because you didn't really know what to do. But
To be fair, I would have fucking figured it out.
You would have figured it out, but it's just I knew what to do.
I wasn't very confident. I found everything terrifying. But I'm one of these people who, it's like we were talking about this the other day. We've got some DIY to do, and I fucking hate doing DIY because I have to spend fucking ages thinking about it, preparing for it. When I do it, I think I'm going to fuck it up, and I'm really, really careful. But every time I do it probably really well to perfectly. And you were saying that there's a thing that we want to put up in the wall in the kitchen, and I'm not mentally ready to do it yet.
A pan rack put up in the kitchen.
And we're like, I was like, you can do it if you want. He said, and you were very honest. You said, while I could do it, while I mentally want to do it, I'm not gonna.
I have the willingness to do it.
Because I will just throw myself at it and drill about 80 walls in the hole. 80 walls in the hole. 80 holes in the wall and fuck it up. I would prefer you do it. Just be a little bit quicker, please.
Well, the thing with me is, if I decide that I want to do something and I'll do it now, I will do it. But all it'll lead to is me stubbornly thinking I know how to do something and just go full hog on it, and then I'll fuck it up, because that's what I usually do. Whereas you take a while to get round to doing something, but you will do it right.
Yeah, you have a weird confidence.
I'm stubbornly confident in things. Yeah.
You're like, you decide to do something and then you just do it regardless of thought.
Yeah.
You're kind of what people think blokes are. When you were 16, Sissik, what did you want to do as a job? When I was 16, I had no fucking idea what I wanted to do with my life at 16. I was spiraling at 16. When I was like 10 or 12, I wanted to be a computer games graphic designer. And I wanted that for many, many years. Thank fuck I didn't fucking go into that, because A, I'm a talentless hack. B, the game industry's fucking brutal.
I wanted to be...
I'm really glad I'm not in that world.
When I was really young, I wanted to be a cartoonist. And then I wanted to be an animator. And then I wanted to make props for horror movies.
Which I want you to do now.
Because I love horror movies, and I used to watch them all the time as a kid, because I was fascinated by the props and how they made things.
Okay, thank you, Major Malfunction. Yes, at 16, we all wanted to shag chicks. I wanted to shag chicks when I was about 10. I just didn't understand what I wanted. I just kept looking at the birds around me, and I was like, knickers! Oh, fucking hell. It makes me feel really guilty now as an adult, but you're such a fucking turd when you're a fucking 12-year-old, 13-year-old. I would have been 13-year-old. I remember there was a girl across from me. Our fucking French class was in like think of what do you call it? You know those outside opera places where they have the seating arrangements, or like curved.
You mean a U shape in your classroom?
Yeah, the classroom was a U shape. I couldn't think of the word. Fight me. Across from me, a girl. She didn't realise it, but she had maybe she did realise it. I don't fucking know. Teenagers are weird.
Well, they went on the right track.
What?
I wanted to be a chiropractor, then I became a nurse.
Good. Yeah, I could see her knickers, and it was just amazing. I tried to not look, but you could see her knickers, and they got stuck in my head.
Well, I'm not. When I was a kid, I was about.
I had a proper crush on the girls. I could see the knickers off for some reason.
I was 9 years old when I first started getting any type of sexual attraction or whatever, and it was to girls at first. And I was
Slut.
Because my mum never told me about anything, and I was convinced, I must be a boy then. I'm supposed to be a boy because I'm attracted to girls.
And then she found sick dick.
And then when I actually hit puberty properly, I started being attracted to boys as well. And I was like, maybe I'm not supposed to be a boy then.
That shit. Do you know what? The sort of proper bisexuality is properly confusing.
It is weird. I think it's weird, and I'm
living
it.
I said it was confusing.
It depends, though. You get different types. Like, it's the thing. People go, you're attracted to boys and girls equally, and that's not true. I fluctuate between if I'm attracted to women
16,
more or men more.
I wanted to retire. I finally achieved my dream. How old are you, Michael Glover? I hope it's not like 22. And if it is, can I have some money, please? Because obviously you found a way to get free money out of fucking prostitutes or something. I don't know. Free money out of prostitutes, that would be a pimp. I wanted to be a mechanical engineer and ended up being an auto mechanic. I bet an auto mechanic is probably more fun.
Close enough. It's got mechanic in there.
I wanted to do construction, but I became a butcher instead. Yeah.
Close enough. You're still hitting things with a metal thing.
Yeah, when I was a kid, I wanted to do arty stuff. And then as I got older, I started to lose my way in terms of anything I wanted to. I had no fucking idea. When I got older, I was like, I've got to do something with computers. Never occurred to me to make fucking YouTube videos. But that's become a thing.
I encouraged you to do that, though. I thought like it would be well suited to something you could do.
Well, I started off like I needed to work from home, so I started off doing eBay stuff. I fucking hated that so much. I still do it from time to time because there's money to be made in it, but it's a lot of work. Making money on eBay, at least in the way that I've been doing it. Maybe I'm fucking it up, but the way I do it is a lot of fucking work, and I really can't stand it. Mostly because just the stress of waiting out a month before someone can send something back to you, because there's so many fucking scammers.
You're missing on so much comments now.
Sorry, I apologize. Cars.
There you go. I thought I was gay for the longest, but still fancy girl. I wasn't sure what was true. Oh, that's got to be confusing.
Yeah. I fucking hate it. Cars suck to work on. Then start breaking them.
I play with my meat all day.
Good lad, Bill. I just did the thing that I said I hated. Fuck. I remember when my dad wanted to give me the talk. You know, the birds and the bees one. We sat down on the couch and he asked me, do you know about sex? I told him, sure, Dad. What would you like to know? Oh, fuck, that's just a joke, isn't it? I've been owned. Sexual reference. So when I was 16, I didn't want to live, but I had/have problems. Yeah, I know those feels.
Yeah, I know that as well.
When I was 16, I wanted a girlfriend. Now I'm 35, a forever alone. Oh, Grimlock Steve. Someone be his bird, even if it's online. I don't care. Where is he? I can't remember his name now. Dark Scott, you be his bird, okay? That's your job. Send him some dick pics. Now I sit in my shed and watch and listen to Sursic. Good days. Oh, fuck. You just ruined your life. I've ruined your life. Fuck. I got my PC banned for 2 months and I was grounded. I missed something there.
Because he's talking about his dad about sex.
Ah, right. Fair enough. Oh, I hope you actually really did that, because that'd be fucking amazing. I thought I had the chops to be a writer. Now I'm a welder. Do you know something that really...
Close enough. You're still using it.
Something that really pisses me off is that I regularly write now. I write scripts for my videos. I am technically a writer, and I hate that. I hate calling myself anything to do with being creative because it makes me cringe. I feel like a bad person when I say it, even though it's technically true. Makes me feel like a dickhead. I wanted to be a biologist, and I just finished my master's degree in genetics, but I dropped out short of a PhD because of my advisor. Now I work at a coffee shop and just published a book. I thought you just did a fucking shitload of stuff on corn fucking. I mean, I may have missed the point of that whole conversation. I am good at that. Your meat and cleavers don't mix well. I do like to cleave the meat, though. That's what I call masturbation. I need to change a side light on my car. It's going to be a piss annoying job due to having to squeeze my left hand between the light and a lump of metal. I mean, Thingy who hates his job, you should talk to him. Last thing I bought on eBay was military rations.
Okay.
I feel like there's almost a story there. My email is socialinequalitycrusader@gmail.com. You don't put Sir Sick on it. It's in my fucking about page. Go on my main page and you can find it easily. All the prostitutes charge me for reasons. I am in love with the most beautiful and awesomely supportive girl now. I still get... Well then. If you only get... You should go get fuck yourself. Sorry, I'm being mean. I'm attracted to personality, so I don't care about your sexual bits. You must have a certain amount. And no one is purely attracted to personality. I mean, okay, maybe that's true. But I do love a terrific set of tits. I don't... I've been with a couple of very, very conventionally attractive girls, and they were beautiful. But I don't care about that. But I still knew that they were very beautiful. They were also probably the stupidest women I've ever been with. I do think that there's a correlation between not having to put any effort in and attractiveness. But, you know, Mrs. Sick is pretty sexy. Would smash.
Why do you... I don't know how you think I'm sexy.
Because you're sexy?
Maybe when I was 19.
Maybe when you're now and you got big tits and I like big ass titties. Tiddo bitties. When I was 16, I was after 2 suicide attempts. Damn, my childhood teenage years were dark. Dude. Yeah, I only thought about suicide and never bothered to try it. Sounded like effort. I wanted to be a professional D&D dungeon master. That sounds pretty sweet if you can get it. To do, what's it called? What's the one you watch? Acquisitions Incorporated.
Yeah.
That sounds like a job and a half. I'm a published poet, but I failed GCSE English. Skills. Also, published anything. Quantify that. So, whoever reads the about page, no one. Just doing overtime and was looking for something quick and cheap. The latter was harder. I do like quick and cheap. Would you say Mrs. Sick is an 8 out of 10?
Go on. Rape me.
It sounded like you said rape me.
You have a thing though, like you're attracted to weird looking women. You don't.
I am.
I'm the same.
You are the weirdest. 10 out of 10.
You like women that kind of look weird. You don't like conventionally attractive women.
Tell them about all the women that I think are hot.
I don't know their names.
Yeah, but you could describe what they were in.
There's a bird in Flight of the Conchords, and she got kind of like goofy teeth, short curly brown hair, and she's quite mousy looking. He likes her. She looks nothing like me though. And who else does he like? He likes someone else. I can't remember. I don't know. There's not many. Because if I go, do you find her attractive? He'll just go, oh no, her eyes are too far apart. And then I see it. Or her teeth are really big. And then I'll see it and I'm like, oh god, yeah, they are huge, aren't they? And he'll like point someone out going, no, she's got a really massive chin. and I'm like, I can't unsee it now. It becomes bigger than it actually is. Like the one that I found attractive is Jennifer Love Hewitt. I always found her attractive. She was, and there was Christina Aguilera. She was one of the first girls I ever fancied. But I can't.
Are you talking about your Eskimo girlfriend again?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know their names, and I only know one of them. Who else are you attracted to? There's that one from Flight of the Conchords.
I just thought that you would remember better than me because I don't fucking remember. It's the thing, like I find the female form attractive. That's like me through and through. I'm not actually that bothered, but I fucking hate. Like I hate it when you ask me, "Is this person attractive and why?" And I'm like, "Well, now I have to pick out a flaw, so I will. I can always find a flaw in everything. You know, don't tell me, and it's fine." But the good thing about weird-looking chicks is that their flaws are obvious. So you're allowed to pick out the good things about them. Are you all right? Is that...
Yeah, I can't find my
vape?
Coils for that.
Your coils for that?
Yep. So I'm using my old vape.
And it tastes a bit weird.
It's just running out of battery.
Ah.
Yes, I know.
Okay. Uh-oh, Adam sent something in my email. I'll check it later, Adam. In fact, it's even better if I just leave it for now. I'll be surprised tomorrow when I do check my email. It's like someone that people find attractive, someone people are into is the Black Widow bird. I can't remember her name. Scarlett Johansson. And I keep saying to you that she looks like a can opener because she's got a very pointy chin. And she does. When you really look at her, she kind of looks like she could open tins of tuna for you on desperation. It's great. But yeah, she does have a nice figure. There's no doubt about that. But she has got a weird head.
This thing, you find men who are good looking are usually the ones that are conventional. They're conventionally attractive.
I don't find men good looking ever.
What
are you trying to say about me?
You like Brad Pitt. You think he's good looking.
No, I don't. Just because I would bang someone doesn't mean I think they're good.
I find weird looking men more attractive. It's probably why I'm with you.
You don't find you like big men at this point. Her favourite being the Mountain.
Hathor Bjornsson.
Not facially though. His face is just bland.
His face is weird looking. It's like a little.
If my head was popped onto his body,
oh my god, yes.
She would jizz her pants. It's ridiculous. You can open your rations. I'd go get Ryan Reynolds. Actually, for a comedian, is a good-looking motherfucker.
I don't find him attractive.
Conventional though.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is conventionally attractive, and he's also Deadpool. Is he more attractive as Wade Wilson with the fucked up face?
No.
Well, then you're just a racist.
He looks like, what was it, a testicle? He even says it in himself in the movie.
Well, they go through all the things that he looks like. We need to watch Deadpool 2. That's what we've missed out on in the Marvel movies. Yes, Cat.
Didn't Andre the Giant play the Hulk? Or was that somebody else? I can't remember.
Oh.
My dad was telling me there was this huge guy who used to play the Hulk.
Oh, I know his name. Fuck. What about Andre the Giant? Andre the Giant just ends up on fucking stickers. Oh shit, I know his name. He was in King of Queens for a while. They made him his next door neighbours, and he would just always.
I'd fondle Wolverine's balls.
You mean Hugh Jackman?
Yeah, I don't find him. I don't find him attractive either.
Apparently, Hugh Jackson is like a quality bloke, and it's largely because he got into stardom sort of in his late 30s, early 40s.
Yeah.
You're going to watch Detective Pikachu. Apparently, it's really good.
See, you found the cat.
Hi. God, she gives you such a look. Ryan Reynolds is sexy mainly because of his personality, but he is physically cute as well. Yeah, would smash. 10 out of 10. Lou Ferrigno. Wait, that's the that's the fucking
I watched
Hulk man.
I watched it with my dad when I was really young, and he was telling me all these facts about him.
And he said he was Andre the Giant.
No, it's just I misremembered.
No, I like the idea that your dad said he was Andre the Giant.
All I know is that he had a growth problem.
He has a what do they call it?
Giantism.
Not giantism. I'm gonna die soon at 3%. Oh, I thought you meant Adam. No, why didn't you plug it in, you fucking dozy bastard? And also, is it a laptop or like a proper computer? Because that's not how that's supposed to work. Ryan Reynolds is sexy because he makes booze. Well, that would
he makes me booze.
Makes me boo. Because me makes booze. I'm just confused now.
Recently, I think I've realised this actually. I've just I was thinking about this today because I was bored and nothing else to think about. Dyad. It was, I was telling you the other day that the last few years I've been more attracted to older men.
Yeah.
And I realised
because I'm old, isn't it?
In the last few years, you started turning grey. So I think maybe it's because of you.
Are you going to dump me and then go out with someone who looks fucking identical to me? Like every other fucking woman. I don't care.
I don't think I would ever find anyone like you. Most of the blokes I know are really short compared to you.
Really short, small penis.
Yep.
Adam, go to the closet shop and buy whiskey. You get more %. Oh, I didn't even read that as but more whiskey.
He's got no plugs in the bath.
Stop having a bath.
Battery packs, mate.
Yeah, man. And it's very unlikely to electrocute you.
Hey, Mystic, I'm old.
You didn't even do a winky face. What's wrong with you? How are you going to pull ladies if you don't do winky face, you old bastard?
Penis jump.
Oof. I mean, that's a way to go out on, isn't it? Is it just me, or when you're on your last 5% of battery, even though your phone goes, oh, it's power saving mode and it fucking turns everything off, the power seems to go way faster. It's just ruining everything.
It's just my old vape is wank compared to this one.
Are they not on your bedside cabinet thing?
Oh, no, actually, no. I can probably have a look inside. It's not that bad.
You're just going to add some oil to it instead.
It's not completely burned out yet.
Yeah. And also, this is horrible. I'd rather have burnt than this. How old am I? You guess 37? I'm at least closer to 36. Someone the other day was calling me like 25. And I'm like, what? And they were like, oh, I'm just messing with you. And I'm like, no, you're just being retarded. Sometimes my phone dies at 30%. That would mean that your phone is probably broken.
Yeah, mine used to do that. And let me change the battery.
My phone never tells me. I seldom notice. My laptop likes to jump from 80% to 5%.
Yeah, mine does that.
Your laptop is fucking old.
I have to always have it plugged in, otherwise it does that.
Sick is 69. Where? Fuck's sake. You should know how old I am. It's not a secret. I don't think. I mean, I can't remember how old I am, but then I never can. Yeah, she's giving me that look. So sick. Is not a legal drinking age. What? Does? I'm not does. I'm older than does.
Older than dust.
Not older than dust. I mean, I am older than dust. If you want to be really, 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 really technical about it, everyone is. But I'm in my 30s. I'm not in my mid-30s yet. Between 25 and 45. Fucking hell.
Yes.
It's not inaccurate. Younger than me in body, but not in mind. I am way younger than everybody in mind. Fucking hell. You've seen my jokes. They're terrible. Yeah, 18 plus to drink here. Like a proper country.
Even though I was drinking way before that. Not properly drinking, but I had alcohol before that.
I'd had alcohol before that. William Lord is 33. William Lord is a very similar age to Sir Sick. Tick, since you are somewhat British. Somewhat British? That's fucking offensive. All Brits love gin. Fact. Fuck. Apparently, I'm not. Okay, somewhat British might be accurate then, if that's a fact.
I don't love gin.
No, well then you're only somewhat British.
All right, okay.
Can you recommend a good gin? No one can. Gin is disgusting. Like, you know those gins that don't taste like gin? One of those.
Cat, just sit down.
I can't drink alcohol. Someone else who the other day I was telling them they were having a really stressful day, and I said, get drunk, and they said, I'm allergic to alcohol, and I'm like, stop lying. And they were like, I'm not lying, it's true. It fucks them right up. And I'm like, oh, you poor thing. Smoke weed. Gin is poison. Exactly. I mean, all alcohol is poison, but gin is double poison. Fucking hell, the comments are going wild. My dad's mate runs a pub and always thought I was my old... He was my older brother? Thought I was my older brother. Someone thought that you were your own older brother. That's insane. I meant I'm old.
Well, now when my mum was at a pub, everyone thought that she had my mum had one daughter because they never saw me. They went, "Oh, you've got another one."
Demon Orb was fired. Call your boss a knob. Give me his phone number. Actually, that'd be quite fun. Send me his phone number.
Get a phone call at midnight.
I mean, you're a Sick Whiskey Club member. I think that should be a benefit. Give me a phone number and I'll call the... and just start swearing.
You're a knob, and then hang up.
That's actually not a fucking terrible idea. How legal would that be? I don't know. No, you could do the fucking thing where you phone a thing and someone just starts insulting the person at the end. Yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah, you email me the phone number, or you could put the phone number in this chat. I mean, at that point, I'm not going to call them, but a few people might. I don't condone any of this. I do not condone you calling Demon Orb's boss. You need to... I'm just trying to think how it could be beneficial if someone phones them up and insults them. If you need to... What's happened?
Dark Scott, me and my sister have completely different names, and my mum and many of other people still get our names mixed up.
You have completely different hair colours.
Different hair colours.
Facial structures.
Different skin.
She doesn't wear glasses.
Different skin colours.
Yeah. She's like way paler than you.
Yeah. Like, we don't look like sisters, really.
You looked more like a sister to your best friend.
Yeah.
Like, you don't look like you're related to your sister.
We used to
Apart from, like, if you really look facially.
When we went out as kids, me and her always got called sisters. But me and my actual sister were always seen as friends.
With Vladimir, I'm adopted. Me and my blood brother went to the same high school. We never met, even though we had the same friends. We also looked a lot alike. That's interesting. And interesting that you knew. Did you know at the time, or was it like a weird thing? You were like, holy shit, that's why that random dude looked fucking identical to me. My 8-year-old brother looks like he'd be my twin. Like, that's the thing. Like, there's a picture of my my uncle, my mum's brother, and there's a picture of him who looked fucking identical to me when he was a kid. And they showed me a picture of him and said, who's that? And I went, well, it's me. I'm like, no. It's like, oh. And it's like, it's weird. It's weird how fucking similar we looked. Man, the last 5% last ages, only now on 1%. Oh, fucking hell, Adam. Get out of the bath, man. Don't risk it. You might miss out on some of this important bants. I look like my grandfather. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's one of the things. Like,
I've seen some like old photos. There was there was a picture of my granddad as a baby being held by his mum, and she looked exactly like my mum, and it was creepy. I thought it was a picture of me and her, and I kept saying to her, "Why is it in black and white?" She says, "It's not me. It's your great grandmother." I was like, "That's so weird."
Doug Scott had a school double. Here's the even more bizarre thing. I had someone who had the same name as me.
I don't look like any of my family members, but there's my grandma was showing.
I don't know. You look like your dad.
Thanks. And
not in that way.
but
You look like, not identical to.
There's she was showing me pictures of her when she was young, like 7 or 8, and she looks like my twins.
Yeah.
Like, and it was just like I was looking at her going, "That's just one of my twins. That's really."
I am my own grandma. Aren't you a dude?
No. I thought Mockamaki, it was a woman.
I would put money on them being a dude just because of that comment.
Gender neutral. There you go. There you go.
Who's from Alabama? It's the sweet home. Doxing is bad. Anybody try absinthe? The first time I ever got drunk was on absinthe. It only took one. That shit is fucking insane.
Yes.
I was adopted by people.
I was adopted, but
people.
Now the mic's gone.
Where's the keyboard gone?
I don't know. You had it.
It was here somewhere. There it is. Sweet home Alabama. Bam, bam. I was adopted, but people say my brother and I look alike. A friend of mine works with me, and our co-workers think we're brothers. Sons of bitches.
I was at the pub, and my mum and my stepdad run it, and one of the customers says, "You look just like your dad." And I went, "He's not my dad." And they went, "Oh, I'm really sorry." I was like, "That's so funny."
Only because you were stood on their neck.
But he's like nothing like me.
Yeah, your stepdad does not look like you.
No, but apparently
he's one of the skinniest people I've ever fucking seen, for starters.
He's really skinny.
He looks like Skeletor. But then again, your dad looks like Skeletor as well. Yeah. Maybe he's trying to copy him. I mean, he's not had a bird since your mum.
I think it's the fact
and that's a long time.
I think it's the fact that he had a heart attack and had to go on a really healthy diet and he lost loads of weight.
Stepdad?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. He's had 2 heart attacks.
Kind of doesn't surprise me the amount he drinks and smokes.
He doesn't smoke anymore, but
he did.
He did for ages beforehand, and he does drink a lot.
I don't remember any of my immediate family couldn't figure it out until my mum and I looked at some old service photos of her father, who had died when she was 1. Was like looking in a mirror. Yeah. I mean,
I'm trying to find someone like I kind of look like in the old family photos and stuff. And the only one I really looked like was my grandma or my mum's mum when she was young. But when she got older, she looked completely different. But when she was young, she looked like me now, which is weird.
He equals man. He man. He equal man. Okay. Everything's getting very confused. We're like way behind, and I'm not going to do it. I'm reading shitloads of stuff again. Essence of Wormwood is in true absence, and that's what I'm talking about. You can get it in the US, but the good stuff costs. Good stuff tends to be French, because the French are crazy when it comes to alcohol. Why does that make me laugh? Because I'm 5 fucking years old. Yeah. Like there's a picture of my grandfather on my mum's side, and like generally we all look fairly distinct from each other, but then his younger photo looks exactly like the eldest cousin.
Oh yeah, yeah. To be honest, he
looks like the eldest
they've
cousin.
got very similar faces anyway.
But he also looks like he wants children.
Oh, that photo!
Yes, that photo.
That photo.
We saw this photo. There was me, my brother, and most of the cousins, and you. And we were all looking at that photo. And my brother just went, he looks like he's thinking, children. And this was their wedding photo. This was like their 50th wedding anniversary. And no one likes my grandparents. And we were all cacking our pants laughing at this photo. It was supposed to be a sweet thing, but it was not a good look. He mostly looked like a greaser.
Yeah.
He looked like he was off to get on a motorbike and beat the fuck out of some mud. Even though it's the wrong time period, but it kind of works. It is one of the weirdest things to just look at old photos of family members. My uncle, identical to me, my granddad, identical to my cousin. It's almost like we're genetically related or some shit like that.
My
unfortunately,
grandma on my dad's side said that the one that I look the most like is her mother, but I never met her. So, and I don't think she really has any photos of her either. So it's not something that I've never noticed. It would be interesting to actually see. Like most of the ones on my grandma's side live down south anyway, and I've never met them. Which is weird that I've got family members that I've never really met, and that's kind of weird if you think about it. Like one of them, she was turning 100, and we were all supposed to go down and go and see her for her 100th birthday, and she ended up going into hospital, so we didn't bother going. And then, I think it's like a year and a half later, she ended up dying. So pretty good for getting up to 100.
I thought you were going to say she died shortly after.
Well, yeah, it was shortly after. It was a year and a half after her birthday.
It's not that short.
Yeah.
I thought you meant very, very, very soonly after.
It is weird though. You get people who live like over 100 years old, and they're still kind of, they haven't lost their mind yet, and they're still there, and they're very attentive and everything. And it's how much wisdom is in that person. Very, very little. Have you met people? And most of them go, "Oh, what's the secret to a long life?" And a lot of them just say, "Drinking."
What I do is I smoke my fucking heart out. I'm drunk as all the time. And then the person who's like a fitness freak and they die at age 37 from a heart attack whilst running away from a bear. Or they get eaten by a bear, which is usually the funniest way to die. And also, where's the thing? There's like a law. There's a law in, I can't remember what state, but it's illegal to fight a bear. And at the end of the day, if you're at the point where this person has survived the fight with a bear, if you're a policeman willing to arrest that person who just fought and possibly beat a bear.
I think Americans probably have stupid laws that don't really apply.
Everywhere
don't apply anymore like they do in the UK. Yeah.
My favourite law is that a taxi cab has to have a bale of hay in the back for a horse. I mean, I think I want to sell like mini bales of hay that cost like £5, but they can stick in the back, and then if some policeman's feeling cheeky, he can say, "Oh, you haven't got. Oh, fuck, you've got one of those bollocks." It's stress sick. Best way to avoid death is to avoid stress. The best way to avoid stress is with death.
That's what someone said underneath it.
Fuck. Well, I didn't read that, so I'm still hilarious. The heart only has so many beats. If you use them all up, you die. So relax, you'll live.
Oh, right, that's cool.
The original Hulk was Lou Ferrigno, who actually played a security guard in the more recent Hulk movie. I mean, that's pretty common. I mean, one of the best things about the we're swinging back around to the original start of the video stream. The Captain Marvel thing started with a big groupie thing of I can't think what they're called, Stan Lee cameos.
Oh yeah.
And that was really great. Teeth problem, that's one I have. I try not to smile, just grin. Lol. Pets at home sell small bales of hay, old bean. So I can buy them off of them and then resell them.
Pets at home are well expensive.
Well, I'll just have to sell them for more, won't I?
Who's going to buy small bales of hay from you?
We'll put them on the merch store. Speaking of, Mrs. Zick has made more merch.
I made a few, yeah.
There's an advertisement, very, very, very short advertisement in the latest video. Although it works in context, but she has actually made more t-shirts. So if you're feeling flush and want to be R.I.P. Stan the Man Excelsior, oh, I know. Merch! Speaking of which,
yeah, I made one with our avatars together.
We need to do another merch store just so that we have one that sells things that aren't t-shirts.
You can make more stores on your thing.
I mean, cups and shit. Do cups and shit?
No, they only do shirts.
We have to do another store that does other kinds of shit then. I don't want t-shirts. I want hay bales. Fuck, are we going to have to do sick branded hay bales? Just people with these hay bales in their house. Someone walks in and says, what the fuck have you got a hay bale? Just tap nose. That's what you do. Yeah. Every time someone's asked you about it, you just tap your nose. I love that shit. Humans are unusual. We have roughly twice as much. I've missed half of that conversation. Do I sell toilet paper? Sick branded toilet paper? If I could do it, I fucking would. That'd be amazing. Hay bale emoji, please.
You just have little notes on each of the squares. Hope you're enjoying your shit.
Having a good shit? Wipe me. Do you like sick down your top? Go to the merch store now. Someone, it may well have been you saying that you have sick down your top now. I would absolutely butter mug. I already have 6, but they all need a mug of tea each day. I would butter mug too. Could even buy one. Oh, I'm being such a dick. 10 out of 10 would buy sick brand hay bales. Well, we've sold at least 3. It depends how much you'd be willing to pay for them. We've got to find out how much they cost from Pets at Home. And then I've got to brand them, and then we've got to send them to you. It's probably going to cost like £100 for a fucking hay bale. And, you know, we've got to make some fucking money out of it, obviously. Hope it all works out. I have rabbits. They would eat some hay. You would buy the really expensive sick brand hay bale.
This cost me $120, but it's going for my rabbits now.
I spend thousands a week just to feed these fucking rabbits. I don't understand why I'm so poor. 43p. Is that true? I mean, if it's only 43p, then fuck it. That's amazing. I'd do that shit. Even if I did have to send that shit over, I would have to pay shipping overseas for it too. Exactly. What time is it? I think it's getting pretty fucking late.
1:45.
Yeah, we have been going on and on and on. But those are the best 6 streams. Yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna end it very shortly. But it's been fun. The perfect. Oh god. It's been a good little stream. Enjoyed it. But I think it's time for bed. I I almost feel like we should save these up for like once every 2 weeks, because at least we have more fucking bullshit to talk. I have not uploaded a video this week. I have a video that is sitting in the YouTube fucking nethosphere waiting to be published. But until they fucking get rid of my yellow monetization sign, I'm not going to publish it, because yeah, I want to get paid for my work. I know I'm some sort of evil motherfucker. Oh my God, someone had a go at me. Well, if it's all about the money. No, it's not all about the money. But if I'm entitled to some pay, I'm gonna do what I can to get that pay. Otherwise, I'm an idiot. Anyway, yeah. Thank you all for coming.
Thank you, Demon, for all the penises.
Bananas. We need corn. We need a corn emoji. It just says not a dildo. Yeah. Thank you all for coming, and we will see you next time. Video in the next, hopefully tomorrow. Hopefully I can publish it tomorrow, as long as they don't fuck me about. But don't hold your breath either, because YouTube is YouTube, and YouTube is the worst. See you later. Love you all.